Hello, hello! Welcome back to Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. My name is Decapitated, otherwise known as Tired as All Get Out. And today we're going to be finishing off the Azure Gleam route with a bunch of the supports. The rest of the supports that I'm going to want to fit in this video in at least 2.5 hours. So buckle up, buckaroo, because yeah, this is going to be a long one. Okay. I have 34 supports for you today, I believe, that we can... No, we're not going to continue. We're not playing Blue Lines route anymore, but we are going to go to Records Hall, and we are going to go to Support Log, and then we are going to start with a Dimitri support, as we tend to do in the Blue Lions route. But, anyway, the first up is Dimitri Bernadetta A. I don't remember what they talked about in their B support. I don't know if I'd watched that last time. I don't think I did. I think it was the time before that. Yeah, let's go. I'm totally not, like, dying right now. I'm probably only going to do half of them in this sitting. I'm going to be honest. You can do all of them in one sitting if you want. In, like, go Insano style. I wish you could just watch them all in engine, so you didn't have to load. I could just go into the. I could just load up the Blue Lions route and just watch them, so it didn't have to load, because they load instantly whenever you select them from the support menu. But whatever.
Stop! I am not a ghost, and I am not here to scold you. I'm just here to get food because I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I was stuck inside all day with work and missed my chance for dinner.
So you're just like me then.
He's literally
it's rather
me.
difficult being shut inside all the time. I always lose track of the hour.
Yeah, same.
Same?
How'd you know I was inside
So
all
relatable.
day today? Oh no. Was this work of yours spying on me?
No. If I had time to spy on people, there wouldn't be piles of documents teetering atop my desk.
Piles of documents?
Yeesh. That sounds rough. Wait, hold up. Why are you taking all those raw veggies and that dried meat?
Because it's my dinner? Which I missed? I thought I made all of this clear.
What? So you're gonna eat them just like that? Not that there's any problem with that.
Doesn't he just eat grass
Well,
sometimes?
Bernadetta? Perhaps we could cook something together.
Yeah!
Cook?
Hey?
Yes. You have a bit of talent in the kitchen, right? Maybe you can take this...
She does. She is good at cooking in 3 houses, yeah.
Sure, I guess. I mean, if you're gonna insist, then I'll show you just how good I am. I think I heard you like this cheese and spice. The bag!
She fumbled the bag. Ooh. That looks scrumdiddly.
That should do it. What's the matter, Bernadetta? You seem to be shrinking away.
Where's
I can't
the
do
water
it.
I've had?
I can't cook in front of a stranger.
You already did it.
I hardly think we're strangers.
She's playing the picking up items animation.
Regardless, it looks fine to me. There's no need for you to be...
Let her cook. Oh, that was the joke.
It's not fine! The spice bag ripped and they all fell in, and then I got so flustered I dropped an entire reel of cheese in there!
Nice.
Smells terrible, and I mean really terrible. There's no possible way it's going to taste good!
Maybe.
What? Okay, if you force yourself to eat that, you're going to be sick for days.
I'm not forcing myself to do anything. It would be a shame to waste food we made together.
Yeah.
So it's not gross? You don't feel sick or anything? Well, I guess I could try it then. So disgusting! How did you even eat it?
I bet Bernadetta's voice actress has a lot of fun
Oh wait,
in the recording.
don't tell me.
He's trained against poison.
You're eating it as an excuse to say, I hereby sentence you to death for feeding me horrible food!
Yes,
Do you honestly believe I wander about executing people at will for the smallest transgressions?
No! I don't want to die! Let me live!
That's a good Queen song. I like that reference, Boinadetta.
Too much cheese and spice, is it?
Yeah, that is every Bernadetta support, right?
I suppose I'll bring her something else for dinner, since she only had one bite of this.
Yeah. Okay, and I don't understand how that's an A support, though. That seemed like a negative. Maybe it's a negative A support. And that he never talks to Bernadetta again. Which would be funny. That would be funny if, like, you unlocked this A support and they were just like, I hate you. I hate you too. And then the support dropped back to 0. And you were just not allowed to do it anymore. That would be weird. But whatever. To do A. Oh god, yeah, good idea. I think it's a great idea to start this
Your
at
Majesty,
4 a.m.
you will take ill if you
Kidding,
keep
it's not
sleeping at your
4 a.m.
desk.
Do?
You can't have that much
I've done
paperwork.
it again. Yes, well, thank you for waking me and sparing my poor neck any further damage.
You sounded pained. Is everything all right?
Dreaming of the past again, I fear.
Oh.
The tragedy?
No, the day I returned to the capital afterward. Do you remember the child who cursed me after my father's funeral?
Look, he put this curse on me!
I believe he was the son of a knight who fell in Beskar.
He was furious that I would not take revenge on your people, and even more enraged to see you serving as my vassal. He berated me without mercy, demanding I kill you then and there. All I could do was walk away. Everyone desires revenge for that day. Survivors and the dead alike cry out for retribution.
I know, Your Majesty.
I seek to fulfill the duty they have given me, and have never once flinched from it. And yet, to do. If I were mortally wounded and begged with my dying breath for you to avenge me, what would you do?
Avenge him.
I would do it. Even
Yeah.
at the cost of my life.
And if I told you to forget me and live for your own happiness?
I would regretfully decline. I cannot know happiness without you by my side.
Oof.
I would still seek vengeance. Just for my own sake, not yours.
Cringe answer to do,
Interesting.
sorry.
And nothing I say to the contrary will change your mind?
Your Majesty, can you not live for your own sake?
My life is not my own. It belongs to my kingdom, my people, and the dead.
Maybe.
But had I been born to a different fate,
Hold on 1 second. I need to listen to that line again. There was something weird about that.
my life is not my own. It belongs to my kingdom, my people, and the dead.
Yeah, listen to that. Listen to what when he says "my people."
My
Hold on.
life is not my own. It belongs to my kingdom, my people, and the dead.
What the fuck is happening there? I can't turn off the music right now, unfortunately, but that's weird. Go edit that. Go listen to that post because you can fast forward the video. So maybe I'll listen. Maybe I'll turn off the music.
Perhaps
And the
I would
options,
have traveled outside for
listen to that line
if you
again.
was a mercenary. Or perhaps I'd be a farmer. I confess the thought does sound rather delightful.
Is it just my speakers?
Surely you could still tread those paths.
It was a jest to do. I merely said the first thing that came to mind. I am driven by matters on which I cannot permit myself to yield. I hope you understand that.
I mean, he literally just
Well,
explained to you that he
All
understands
the
that.
more
but-
reason to get some proper rest. If work remains, I will aid you. If you have difficulty sleeping, I will lend you my ear. But seeing you slumped over at your desk disturbs me.
It's called sleeping.
Every
to do.
time, I fear death has come for you in the night.
Again, called sleeping. You weirdo.
Death will never sneak up on me as long as I remain under your watchful attention.
Your Majesty, please.
Though, If I were to die and leave you alone, the aftermath would be horrendous. I suppose I will heed your advice. Just this once.
Yeah, just this once. Don't be cute.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Don't be cute about it. Okay. Whatever. Who is up next? We did Ashby last time. We did Felix last time as well. So let's finish off with some. We do Sylvain last time? Yes, we did Sylvain last time. So let's continue on with some Annette B. There's gonna be a lot of Annette supports this time. Namely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, Annette! Get back!
10 Annette supports.
That was a close.
Almost a third of them are
Maybe
Annette
have
supports.
water
Holy crap.
nearby.
My apologies. It was foolish for me to attempt that without prior experience.
Oh,
No,
trying to
it
use
was
some
my
magic.
fault for asking you to try and light it with magic.
The fault is mine alone. You had no way of knowing that my aptitude for magic was so lacking.
Well, you could. If you were
We
friends.
It only resulted in a small explosion. Had the flames spread, it easily may have proved disastrous.
Aw, don't beat yourself up
Aw.
over it. We were able to put it out quickly, and that's all that matters.
What a remarkably positive spin on the matter. Still, I'm relieved you weren't hurt.
I love the silly little. I love this
have
silly
always been
track.
abysmal at magic.
It's no funny
My grandfather
footsteps,
were the
but
same, so perhaps I inherited it from them.
Yeah. I guess you're better suited to fighting with something sharp and pointy.
like a pencil.
Actually, I had a fair amount of interest in becoming a mage when I was a boy. An old friend of mine would give magic demonstrations, and I always found myself terribly jealous of her abilities.
Well, you know there's a school of sorcery in the capital, right? You definitely should have enrolled.
Ah, but I knew they only accepted students who display at least a modicum of talent for the craft. Every time I glimpsed one of those students, I found myself envious of their skill.
Okay.
I
I have no
idea.
commentary on this, but
But hey, if you're interested, how about I teach you a bit? We can start right now.
why did you do that so sadly?
You would do that?
Sure. See, I've been helping out at the school ever since I came back to the capital.
Really?
And after talking with everyone there, I've been thinking it would be fun to, you know, teach somebody. I'd like to help people get better at magic, even if they're really, really, really bad at it.
Emphasis on the really.
A fine aspiration. If you'll have me, I would be honored to be
Is
your
he bad
first
at both magics in Three Houses?
No, I
I
imagine
know we
your
always
skills
check
can be
these,
put to
but-
use helping many people besides just myself. I know I am not the first person, nor will I be the last, to accidentally conjure up an explosion.
Come on, Dimitri. It's not like I'll be that much help.
Yeah.
But regardless,
sucking
I'm
at me.
confident that becoming a teacher is the path
He
for me.
doesn't like black magic. White magic, he's neutral.
Right then, Your Majesty. Let's start by practicing some fire magic.
I think he's the lord with the lowest amount of likes.
You want me to cast the same spell again? Well,
I think Dimitri,
think it best.
Claude, and Edelgard have 5. He only has 4, including his hidden one.
Fire spells
really?
are the
This is
most
still going
basic
on?
magic of all.
Oh, we're gonna
You
get
just let the
a
old
magic
power
tutorial
build
by
up,
Annette.
And then boom, let loose.
Yep, good YouTube tutorial.
Okay, so start by using
What kind of
your
YouTube
hands
content
to
do you
focus
think
your
Annette would
energy.
make? Probably weird songs, yeah.
like this?
Don't be so hesitant. We've got plenty of water here, so really lean into it.
Lean into it.
I wasn't intending to hold back. Perhaps I could charge it up a bit more.
Your Majesty, are you all right?
I fear we may have a...
Yeah, and he learns this at half speed. You might want to buckle up. That was cute. Okay. Oh, that's just so cute. Wasn't it just so cute? Wasn't it just a cute little support? Okay. We're gonna stop making fun of myself, and we're gonna move on to the Dimitri Rodriguez support. I bet they're gonna talk about the tragedy of Dusker, because that's all they talk about. What else would they talk about? I mean, like, what else would they talk about, right?
Do you have a moment, Rodrigue? There's something I'd like to ask you.
No.
Anything for you, Your Majesty.
Completely out of character. No!
I want to hear your side
Support
of the
over.
story.
I knew it.
Of which story exactly?
How did you feel when you learned of my father's death? I've struggled to ask this before, but I want to know.
Sorry, I went a little bit Joker mode and started
So
just
that's what you
executing
mean.
Duskarians everywhere.
Honestly, I had a difficult time believing it at first. But as moons passed, I gradually grew to accept the reality of it.
What if you could play
And of
the
course,
tragedy
I
of
recalled the
Dusker?
promise I'd made him, and
that'd
vowed
be
to
cool,
myself
weird.
that I would carry it out.
I wonder then, had I died alongside my father and Glenn and Dusker, what would you have done?
What would you have
No.
done?
A fleeting thought flashes across my mind.
Probably would have suffered because the entire kingdom would have
My
collapsed,
father.
but whatever.
It feels as though you aspired not just to stand beside him in life, but to meet death with him as well.
Don't overthink it, Your Majesty. I'm a pretty stubborn
And
guy.
a lot of these guys are like, I would love to die.
No, I didn't wish for my own death when Lambert passed. But sometimes I think that if I have to die to honor my promise to him, I would be satisfied with that.
Okay.
I won't allow you to throw your life away, Rodrigue. I'll not have you stolen from me by that promise. Losing you would be almost like losing my father for a second time.
No.
If you were to die because of me, it would
Yo.
destroy me.
Well, I'm glad we didn't get the bad route.
But a subject lives by the example their king sets for them. And I know well enough that you don't value your life either.
Owned.
So if you
Owned
like
with
me to
facts
put
and
more
logic.
importance on my life, I urge you to do the same, Your Majesty.
You're right. I have no excuse.
No, I should apologize. That came out rather
No,
more
I
harsh
should
than I intended.
I should apologize for watching this. No, I'm kidding.
You sounded
fine.
so much like Lambert just now, I simply couldn't hold myself back. In truth, that's something I've wished.
Sorry,
I
I'm
could
messing with
say to
something right
you
now.
For a long time now. Yet, you were the one who had to bear the brunt of it. I suppose I can hardly poke fun at Matthias for holding on to that sword all those years, can I?
I sounded like my father?
Yeah, you did a
Indeed
weird
you
voice too. It was like
Remember the
this.
story of the sword? About how I got stuck behind enemy lines like a fool? Well, the first thing Lambert said after he broke through their forces was, "Don't throw your life away like that." Not that it was too convincing coming from a guy covered in cuts and scrapes.
Did he say it like Felix? Don't throw
I
your
can't
life away
imagine.
like that. Don't throw your life away
It
like
sounds as though you two were very close. I envy him for having such strong bonds with his friends.
Don't let my son catch you saying that. Pretty sure he'd take offense. Anyway, that's enough reminiscing for one day. How about you try squeezing some memories out of Matthias next time?
A fine idea.
I can't really build support points with him,
Perhaps I'll
so.
invite Sylvain and the others to join in as well.
Yo, is that a Sylvain reference? Holy crap, I didn't expect that. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Why, you notice how all of the characters, have their houses flag or their nation's flag by them? Didn't they just give them their, like, Ashen Wolves flag? Like, I get why Shez doesn't have one. You could have just given Yuri the Ashen Wolf flag. Because I'm pretty sure that, like, Catherine has the, has hers, too. I think we finished off Catherine last time, right? I'm pretty sure Catherine has... No, she doesn't. Does she? Yeah, she does. She has the Knights of Saros. But interestingly, Shamir doesn't. Shamir does have the Knights of Saros one by her name. Okay, I'm just being dumb. Okay, I don't know why they didn't just give them the Ashen Wolves flag. It's fine, but whatever. I guess that's technically not a faction anymore, but whatever. Anyway, moving on. Dimitri Yuri C. Let's go. We're gonna finish off so Dimitri supports a little early. We spread them out pretty well.
Strangely abuzz today.
Way better than the Claude
Is there a
supports.
visiting minstrel or a mummers troupe?
Mummers.
Haven't you heard, mister? A funny knight's been coming to town recently.
Funny how? Like funny like a clown?
Night, hey?
Oh, yeah, he's super strong. He can carry all the blacksmiths.
I hate this child's model. It looks weird. Get it away from me.
Those guys who kept picking fights at the tavern to finally shut up. But he's also kind of weird, too. Like when you talk to him, sometimes he seems sheltered and obtuse, but then sometimes not.
Oh, you're very knowledgeable and
sound
perceptive for an 8-year-old.
No, it couldn't be.
Yuri, what are you doing here?
I knew it.
I'm glad I ran into you. We have a broken wagon that needs fixing, and I could use a hand.
I can't believe you. Come with me a second.
Uh-oh.
Are you an idiot? What are you doing here?
I had some time on my hands and thought I'd see how things are going in town.
I guess
Stick
they
to the
wouldn't
more
recognize them, I
upscale
guess.
streets. This alley is dangerous. It's not quite a full-blown slum, but money is still in pretty short supply. What are we supposed to do if someone introduces our king to a nice pointy knife while he's out wandering the streets? By himself, might I add.
How am I supposed to learn what it means to be a commoner without using my own eyes? All I ever see from my throne are the upscale streets, as you call them. And yes, I could send someone here in my stead, but there is no substitute for first-hand experience.
You know you don't have an heir, right? If you die, the entire region gets thrown into a bloody civil war over who gets to succeed.
I don't know, everybody seems really friendly, I'm gonna be honest.
Lots of nobles will die, but the commoners? The commoners will be absolutely slaughtered. Right now, people seem to like you, so it's in all of our interest that you live a long and healthy life. Got it? And if you insist on coming here, at least bring that giant oaf of yours along to watch your back.
Yeah, probably would be a good idea. Oh,
Perhaps I was being a bit reckless.
It's good to know that even
Giant
a fool like
oaf.
you can see reason on occasion.
In that case, might I ask you to act as my bodyguard today? I'm certain you're more than up to the task.
What?
If I could get a look at this town through your eyes, I think I could learn many valuable lessons.
Wow, I fucked that up. Your eyes.
If I asked to do, he'll surely forbid me from coming here at all. I would be grateful if you would consent to doing this favor for me.
Oh, this is rich. A king asking me for help. Fine. In that case, your majesty. I will do all in my power to safeguard your royal person. Happy?
No, I'm not happy, I'm Dimitri. Happy where? That was a good one. That was a good one. You know what? That deserves an applause. That deserves some applause. I think that was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah, thank you. Oh, shut up. Okay. Dimitri, Yuri B, probably the continuation of their little journey around town. Or maybe they've been around this town multiple times at this point. Who knows? I don't know. We'll find out. Holy shit, it loaded in 1 second. Nice.
What's wrong?
Actually,
Just
it's really
thinking
fast.
how odd it is that you've grown so accustomed to a town like this.
Well, I like this place, and its people. There may be a few vagabonds in the darker alleys. That
Some
just shows
vagabonds
how
in the darker
accepting everyone
alleys.
is. They all greet me with smiles, despite my being a complete stranger to them.
Oh, they'd change their tune pretty quickly if they knew you were the king.
It stab you.
Anyway, have you enjoyed your little tour of this garbage heap? Did you get a good look at the town through my eyes or whatever it is you wanted?
Yes, and it's also got me thinking about how best to help those of more meager standing.
Give them all
Originally,
crests.
I thought that establishing medical facilities or investing in the church were the best pathways to this
You know,
cause.
if everyone had a crest,
But
I think
after seeing the
no
people
one would have a
here,
crest.
I realize they are not indigents standing around with open hands awaiting salvation.
I'd love to unpack your definition of indigent, but yes, they certainly don't take things lying down.
I don't know what indigent means.
Maybe it's idealistic, but I think regents should rule in a way that not just nobles, but everyone can see as reasonable. But to accomplish that, a ruler must take the opportunity to truly listen to the people. Of course, I can't go around visiting every burg and hamlet personally. I realize this.
You could if you tried hard enough, I think.
But I still feel this is the key to true reform.
Well, good on you if you actually manage to accomplish that. But it isn't going to be easy.
What if you walk into the town that's like full of insane
First,
people and
you
they
have to
fill
get
your
the
head
core
full of
minimum
insane
level of
ideas?
education. Of course,
Okay.
they're already fully capable of telling you when they're hungry or if taxes are too high. But they'll need education to understand the policies and laws established by their lords and hold any kind of thoughtful opinion on them.
Education, you say? Yes, that makes a great deal of sense.
We must force the children to learn
Problem is,
about.
people aren't in the mood to learn anything when they don't know where their next meal is
I'm trying to
coming
think of
from
something that
or
would be
where they'll
totally
sleep
useless.
that night.
But sewing's not
Improving
useless.
quality of life is first and foremost.
Dreams.
Education
That's
can be
pretty
built
useless.
upon that. Now, sadly, none of this will be cheap, and the current war is doing a fine job of draining our coffers. Which means I need to end it as soon as possible.
Well, good luck with that. You don't do it in this
So,
game,
I
and you
mean,
probably
it
never
comes
will.
down to
So
money, huh? In that case, why not make use of us?
I thought he said among.
If you need funds, I can introduce you to a wealthy merchant or three. And if you need to get some dirty work done, I can lend you a few of my men. All we need in exchange is for you to provide us a little bit of support.
I'll not permit you to work evil in my name. And besides which, tales of how you and your band have eaten lords out of house and home are legend.
But you're a different matter entirely, Your Majesty. If we join forces, my dream is sure to be realized.
What's your dream,
I
Yuri?
swear to never allow you to fall victim to any vile practices. You have my honest word on that.
And what is this dream of yours?
Thank you. I was gonna ask that.
I'll tell you about it in due time.
Oh, of course.
But for now, Your Majesty, do you accept my proposal?
It's probably something similar
I
to
will
the dream that
consider it.
everyone has, right?
After spending time together, I've come to want to trust you.
I promise it'll be the best decision you ever make.
My dream is to have all the magic in the world to
I'll patiently
myself.
await your reply.
I'll wait your reply after the war. That's like a romantic support right there. Anyway, that's enough. That's it for Dimitri supports. So I think he has maybe less than Claude and Edelgard. I could be wrong, or yeah, I might be wrong. Definitely, I don't know. I don't know about Edelgard. I think Edelgard might have more. Edelgard definitely probably is more. Definitely probably. Why do I keep saying that? Definitely probably. I say that quite often, and it's disgusting, and I hate it. But anyway, let's move on. We actually do get a Shez support this time. On the Golden Deer finish off, I didn't watch any Shez supports at all. I don't think. Did I? I didn't. I did not. Why? No, I did not. I did not watch a single Shez support. I wrote notes so I would remember. I have notes over here, you know, so I know which supports I have and have not watched. So anyway, let's watch it. Shez Dedu A. Let's go. Hey. I think we've been doing a good job of spreading out Dedu supports. Yeah, it looks like he's had about 3 or 4 every episode.
Did you, sir? We'd like to hear your opinion on the matter we discussed earlier.
Ooh, I like this song. It rarely plays.
As I discussed with Gustav.
Gustav. I'm so glad he wasn't playable.
Looks like things are finally changing, Dedu. They've really started warming up to you, huh?
They have. That soldier I was speaking to lost his mother in Dusker. She was
Oh.
a knight of the kingdom.
Well, that's rather depressing. Why don't you bring that up?
Naturally, his feelings toward me.
Oh, it did have something to do with the conversation.
We
Thank
argued
you.
many
Okay.
times.
Ignore me.
You arguing? Can't imagine what that looks like.
I thought it better than just letting him hurl abuse at me. Such a reaction was surprising for me as well. But now we have fought together, worried together, faced death together.
Buried together?
I have shown
the
him
last
what I'm
support,
capable
sorry.
of, and he has come to trust me in turn.
Nice. Sounds like you really earned his respect then. Congrats, Dedue.
Yeah, good job to do.
Strange. Why are you so happy for me?
I just like you, and I like to see people get along. Is that so
We're
weird?
friends. And friends are happy for each other when good stuff happens to them.
You fucking weirdo.
Are they?
Anyway, now you've just got to keep it going and get even more people to trust you.
And then the entire world will
Same
trust
goes
you,
for
and then
me.
you can take it
And
over.
Dimitri while we're at it.
You're right.
In the meantime, I'm gonna keep winning battles until I prove myself to you once and for all. So make sure you keep an eye on me out there, Dedue. Because I'm gonna be the most valuable fighter we've got.
Make sure you cheer me on from the sidelines.
What? What's so funny?
Nothing. I look forward to your performance. But you already have my trust, no matter your origin or identity.
Really? You never know when I might betray you and turn my sword on Dimitri, though.
Oh shit, never mind.
Not to mention this weird power I have. Can you seriously say you trust me with that in mind?
Your power is concerning, but it does not define you. I'm sure you would not so easily betray His Majesty or myself.
Yeah, unlike Byleth, his power pretty much defines him,
But
since he
know
doesn't
that
talk.
if you do, I will cut you down without hesitation.
Shrew.
That's who I am. You must understand by now.
Weird way to tell me you trust me, but it's got Dedue written all over it. I'm honored.
Well, I'm honored too. I don't know why, but I guess I am. Okay. We watched the Pet support last time. We also watched the Felix support last time, but that we didn't. Did we watch the Ash support? We already watched the Ash support way long ago. I think we watched the Ash supports in like the first episode. Yeah, I think Sylvain we watched. Mercedes we already watched that as well. So let's move on to an. I should just like read the next one. I don't know why I keep checking the other ones. I've never done this before. I've just changed for no reason. Let's go. Dedue Annette B. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Man, that Yuri one loaded in like 1 second.
How do I even...
Oof. Oof.
Annette,
Oof.
what are you doing?
Dedue. Perfect timing. Got a sec? So here's my problem. I'm not entirely sure how to use this thing.
God, Annette, is that a
hero's
gun?
relic, yes?
Yep, it's called Crusher. I know, pretty intimidating. It used to
It's
belong
called
to my
Crusher. It's called Crusher.
but it's really, really heavy. Just lugging it around tires me out like nothing else. Plus, whenever I swing the thing, I feel like it's gonna take me right along with it.
It does look heavy, yes.
Dedue, don't touch it.
Even without its power as a relic, no armor could possibly stand against such weight.
How do you even carry that thing? The thing's like
Sounds
2
like
tons.
I need to build up some muscle then. That's probably gonna take a while, huh? Too bad I'm not already as big and tall as you.
Hey, Dedue, you want to carry
might not
this
be able
and
to
take 10
change your
damage every
stature.
time?
But physique isn't everything.
You know, I think I've heard my father say the same thing.
I called him an idiot when he said
And if
that,
that's
but
the
you know,
case, I'd like to
you're
try
making a
few
lot of
things.
sense.
Have time to help?
Very well.
Magic moment?
Thanks. Though, on second thought, I probably shouldn't go around swinging a relic at you.
I often do my training with a large bag of rocks.
I like the way he phrased that.
Use your entire body, Annette. If you only use your arms, you'll be sent spinning.
Okay, like this? Yeah!
God forbid there be an animation
Exactly.
of her swinging a bag of rocks around. That's just too advanced.
What a workout!
The engine would die.
Still, I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of it. Thanks, Dedue. You're a lifesaver.
What if it just ended right there? That would be the worst
Glad
support
to
of
be
all time.
service.
I wasn't sure I'd ever be able to wield something like a hero's relic.
But now I can, just by swinging
But
that
you gave
bag
me
of
the
rocks around
motivation to
once.
try. I'm gonna use this puppy to keep everyone safe. Just you watch.
Oof.
Yes,
Nice joke, dumbass.
I'm sure you will.
Huh?
Eh? Huh, I'm sure you will. Stinky. Huh? Okay, let's move on. Dedue, Shez, Annette. No, it's not Shez. Annette A. I can't say who's on screen. Very cool. And Annette's gonna walk up to him.
Dedue, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Annette, I
Very
was
funny.
training.
Wow, do you ever take a break? 'Cause you should. It's almost dinner time.
I don't
Dinner
plan
moment.
to stop yet. I'm still not strong enough.
Not strong? You mean with your axe? Come on, you're plenty good at swinging that guy around.
No. I must make up for my inability to wield a hero's relic.
True, you do probably need to make
You,
up for that.
Felix, and the others are all able to make use of their immense power. I know I can never rise to that level, but if I could somehow close the gap. To be honest, I'm envious. Envious of your ability to wield such a powerful instrument.
Aw.
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard you open up like that before.
It's kind of cringe. Don't do that again.
I apologize. Please forget I said anything.
No, I'm happy you told me. I feel closer to you now. Anyway, I think you're really strong already. I don't know what we'd do without you.
Truly?
Really?
Yeah, you're invaluable with or without a relic.
Yeah, we need someone to punch
Crests
people
and
around.
relics are only useful on the battlefield anyway. But you can cook and sew and do all kinds of helpful stuff.
Yeah, I guess crests are only useful in
Meanwhile,
battlefield.
I'm pretty much just 9 thumbs and a toe. Plus, you swing around that
9
heavy
thumbs
axe like
and
it's
a toe.
nothing. So I mean it, Dedue. You're
I like that.
amazing.
We
You're
each have
amazing,
something the
Dodo.
other lacks.
Exactly. Besides, maybe it's a good thing that you can't use a
Basically,
relic.
what I'm saying is that you're a male wife.
If you could, you'd be too good and the rest of us would just be getting in your way all the time. Training is fine and dandy, but don't be so hard on yourself, okay?
You're strong in your own way, Annette. Your optimism is infectious. It aids not only me, but everyone else as well.
Aw, you're making me blush. Still, I guess being positive sort of is one of my special talents, huh? And if it managed to help you even a little, that's enough for me. Anyway, I made dinner today, so let's head
Uh-oh.
back and start feasting. It'll be
Uh-oh.
yummy, promise. I mean,
No.
I did manage to make the bottom of the pot fall out, so things got a little hairy there for a second, but it smells great.
What?
The bottom fell out?
Yeah, but it turned out amazing, I swear. I can't wait for you to try some.
Woman better cooking.
This is the
most hilarious.
Let's eat before it grows cold.
Hilarious. Remember in when that period of like anime where like every like anime had a joke where a woman couldn't cook and it was fucking hilarious? And it was supposed to be the most funny thing in the world. Like Misty couldn't cook, I remember, and that's all I can remember off the top of my head. But there was an era. I know, I remember. I remember. Anyway, let's move on to do Ingrid A. They probably aren't going to be as racist as they were last time, but you know, could be. I think they're going to just skip all that and say we got through that. We only have one support to work with, so. Do. Oh
Ingrid,
yeah.
I have brought sustenance.
Why'd you say it like that?
Oh, thank you, Dedue. These look wonderful.
What is this?
Your timing is impeccable.
Some
I was
mozzarella
just
on
about to
like
wrap
2
this up.
loaves of bread? Nice.
Writing reports?
Yes, I was summing up the results from our most recent battle in the Dusker region.
You know, Duska, like
It
the place
was
where my husband
dreadful.
died.
It will be quite some time still
Wait,
before
friend.
the situation in Dusker stabilizes. Obviously, I'm glad those involved in the tragedy were captured in the end, but
But like any other region, Dusker is home to all kinds of people. Some good, some bad.
exactly, the kingdom is no different.
Exactly.
We may have
Oh
our
God, I'm
fair
glad you
share of
agree with me.
villains, but we should not be blaming innocent people for the actions of the bad ones.
Okay, Ingrid.
It's
we know
human
this.
nature to generalize. I'd be lying if I claimed to hold no hatred towards ᵏᶦ蔔for the devastation it brought to my home. But I've come to meet many kinds of people as I've lived here with His Majesty. Some hurled stones and insults, not only at me, but at His Majesty as well. Yet some remained kind to me, despite my heritage.
I guess I never really had to think about it like that. Honestly, Dedue, if not for you, I would have gone on stubbornly hating and fearing everyone from Dusker.
Okay. I guess
No
we
matter
just
how
skipped the
much
three
His
houses.
Majesty
The three
insisted
houses
on their
sea support.
innocence.
So.
But you did meet me, and now you have taken the first step toward change. It may not be my place, but I find that willingness to change admirable.
I am wholly
It looks like he's staring like
undeserving of such
above
praise.
everybody's head.
I still
It's
have
very
a
weird.
long way to go. But enough of this. After I am finished here, maybe we could grab a bite together in town.
She's like Data, and she can't do
Sure.
any contractions.
The other day, His Majesty introduced me to an inn that serves the most excellent food. It is actually owned by someone from Dusker. I was amazed how much I enjoyed everything. I would love to take you there.
Ingrid,
Yes? I am sorry, are you not interested? Or do you have other plans?
Scared.
nothing like that. You said His Majesty brought you there.
Well, yes. He seemed quite familiar with the owner.
I see. Call for me when you're ready.
Uh-oh.
Right now, I must find His Majesty and remind him not to be so cavalier in his movements, even with you at his side.
Oh dear. Perhaps I should not have mentioned that part.
Good job to do. He's gonna go yell at him. He's gonna go annoy him more than Hubert annoys Edelgard. I guess Hilda doesn't really do that. But I guess I shouldn't be making that analysis because that's stupid. Is there another support? Did I miss one? No, I didn't. Oh, okay, I know what I did. Okay, I moved one of Felix supports onto Dedue's line. Okay, let's move on to Felix's supports. How about that? Speaking of Felix, he's up next, and we're gonna do the Ashby support. Felix Ashby, I bet it's gonna be about knighthood?
Felix, what are you doing here?
Not being a knight like
I
you,
had business in the
Stinky.
capital. Speaking of, I hear you're that boar's knight now.
We're that boar's knight
Or-
now.
Oh, you mean His Majesty.
Yeah, him. You must have it rough with a tiresome man like that leading you.
I think you're exaggerating, Felix. I wouldn't call him that at all. In fact, he even does our jobs for us sometimes.
Oh, that's fucking
See,
awesome.
That's exactly why he's such a problem. You should steal your job back from him once in a while. Use force if you have to.
Felix, are you?
Anyway, the castle has certainly changed in the past, what, 2 years since he took over?
Anyway, change the subject right now.
For one thing, there are many more commoners among the knights.
I like how he's a normal haircut in this
You
game.
have a good eye to notice that. But yes,
Like he has like
His
the anime
Majesty says
droops,
there are
the
pros
anime
and
hair
cons to
droops. But,
For example,
the anime hair
knights from
strands
noble
still, but
families
at least
tend
his
to be
hair
more
isn't parted into
polite
three
and respectful.
separate ways now. Sorry, what
There
did
were
you
a
say,
lot of
Ash?
scuffles and
Never mind, okay.
misunderstandings in the beginning, but things seem to be calming down now.
Nice story.
And which are you, noble or commoner? You became a knight on Lord Ленато's recommendation, right?
Well, my class is a commoner, so...
My situation is kind of strange. I'm almost stuck right in the middle.
Like some sort of middle
Still,
class?
I feel like there are things only I can do precisely because I don't fit into either box. But whenever I'm in real trouble, His Majesty and Dedue always come to my aid. So that's good.
Dedue as well, huh?
Yep, even the knights accept him as one of us now. No one's a better cook or more skilled with their hands. And he's a proper demon
He's
on
a
the
proper
battlefield
demon
to
on the
boot.
battlefield. He's a proper
I
demon.
hope to be more like him someday.
Please, no. One of him is more than enough. Especially that blind loyalty. Imitate that and you'll only end up throwing away your life on the battlefield.
Oh, are you worried about us? That's sweet, Felix.
That's like something I would say. Damn.
I always had the impression you cared for your friends, and now I know I'm right.
Oh, you're so tsundere, Felix.
Excuse me?
I mean, sure, the things you say are pretty harsh, but you can't bring yourself to actually abandon someone. You always show so much concern for me, and for Dedue, and even for His Majesty.
Yeah, well, it'd be more work for me if anything happened to you, that's all.
A baka.
I'm busy enough as it is. Can't afford to take on more issues.
Well then, I'll do my best not to add to your problems.
Yeah.
I doubt you'll need to try that hard. You do a decent enough job of supporting folks already. So, keep up the good work and maybe I'll lend you a hand someday. You know, if you need it.
Well, thanks, Felix.
Thanks, Felix. I'll be counting on
Can
you.
you be more tsundere, actually? I kind of enjoyed that a lot. Anyway, what have we... he basically just said, wow, Felix, you're so tsundere. That's what he said. Pretty much. That's definitely what he said. Unedited. That was the support. Wow, Felix, you're so tsundere. Thanks. You're kind of knightly. That was the support. Very cool. Let's move on. Felix Sylvain A. Let's go. Why do I always say let's go? Whatever. I'm gonna keep saying it. I think it's more fun that way. If I keep repeating myself. If I keep repeating myself.
There you are, Felix. Why didn't you tell me?
Why didn't you tell me you were pregnant?
Tell you what?
You were Mpreg.
About the fight you got into the other day with those soldiers.
Oh, that. Don't worry, I won't do it again.
One of my men told me the whole story of what actually went down. Apparently, one of your soldiers was mocking the heir of House Gautier, who just so happens to be me.
And it
he
wasn't
started
funny.
getting into it with everyone else, which is when you decided to jump in.
Worst decision of my life. But like I said, I'm done with all that. I only stepped in because I thought it was my responsibility to make my men see sense.
Make my men see sense.
But my fists tend to move faster than my brain, as I'm sure you know.
I'm very well aware. Still, I'm curious why you didn't tell me everything right away.
My
Because
mother.
he said some really nasty stuff about you. I didn't want your delicate
Nasty.
ears dropping off in horror.
Okay, now I'm even more curious. Anyway, sorry for tearing into you without knowing the full story.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I can't let personal life influence business. Even if it does concern you.
No kiss. You shouldn't worry about it. People speaking poorly about me is something of a regular occurrence. And honestly, I deserve every last bit of it. I was a real scoundrel in my younger days. Caused a whole lot
Like
of people
2 years
a
ago.
whole lot of headaches. That kind of talk isn't your fault or your soldier's fault. The blame lies squarely with the man I used to be.
A man I'll never be.
Why didn't you do something about that man when you were
Not even.
younger?
It was just... I had to be that way, you know? I had to play the part of the flippant, carefree rogue because...
Because that's how the writers wrote my character.
Anyway, look, I know I'm a real piece of work, but that's just me being me.
Fine. Perhaps
water
you
good.
do deserve to be made fun of. But I still won't stand it coming from a bunch of curs who don't know a single thing about you. You may not have the title of Margrave yet, but you still make yourself pretty useful. I've seen how you've helped the boy.
Well, thanks, Felix. Can I talk so I can stop
Yes.
winking?
Now you help me too.
Wow, Felix, that's... Wow. Oh boy. I think someone's cutting onions in here.
No kiss.
Be quiet. Can't you listen to someone for 2 seconds without opening your fat mouth and completely ruining the moment?
No kiss.
You always have been too smart and too loud for your own good. Even if no one can match you in military tactics or domestic affairs. It's like you said, we've got problems piling up both inside and out of the kingdom. But with you around, we might just be able to see our way clear of it.
Well, thanks, Felix. Now come here and give me a
problems to
kiss.
pile on one person, especially when he isn't half as great as you're implying.
Yeah, he's not that great, Felix.
I mean, I might be, say, 7% more cunning than you, but that's pretty
I'll give you a 15.
If we really want to be useful to Fargus and Dimitri, we need to work together.
Fargus
so we can
and
balance out each
Dimitri.
other's weaknesses.
I suppose that's true. In which case, I guess I'm counting on you. I may even need you. Maybe.
Yeah, this is like the most romantic
Besides, I'd be
one.
stuck with
This is
nothing
the most
but you
romantic
and
Ace of what we've
Gal
seen on the
without
Blue
you
Lions route so
around.
far.
I'm not sure I could handle it.
And you know what? Good
Don't
for
have
them.
to tell me twice, old friend. I'll always be
Friend zoned.
I promise.
Best friend zoned. I guess that's better than being like uncle zoned. Like, wow, you're just like an uncle to me. I've been there. I'm kidding. I've never been there. That would be weird. Anyway, let's move on. Did I watch the Mercedes support? Yes, I did. Okay. Oh yeah, I do have one pre-recorded. Annette Felix is locked, unfortunately. So I only got 3 supports on this route that were locked, and this is one of them. We watched the other 2 last time with Mercedes Dimitri. But I will be watching that pre-recorded, but we'll get to that at the end. Let's finish off with Felix Ingrid A. I don't know why I said finish off, but you know. I guess I'm just stinky like that. Do 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 do. Oh yeah. I don't know. I have that song stuck in my head because I'm
Finished giving your report?
I just heard it. Woman.
I hope you were not waiting too long. Did you need me for something?
Need is a strong word. I just wanted to commend you. I heard that last fight was brutal, but you made it out alive.
None of us expected it to evolve into such an arduous battle. We were only supposed to be dealing with some bandits.
So you weren't injured?
I'm fine. So is everyone else in the unit, thankfully.
Wow, everyone else is alive. No
Though even
no
in the
repercussions.
darkest moments, I never lost hope. All thanks to this.
My brother's spur. You're telling me that hunk of steel helped you?
It makes her feel better, Felix. Shut up.
Perhaps not in a practical sense, but it certainly bolstered my spirits. This spur symbolizes Glenn's pride and sense of duty, things he fought for to his dying breath. I couldn't very well give up while I carried something with that much meaning. It gave me the courage to keep fighting.
I don't get it.
I
It's
get
all
it.
well and good to remember the dead, but sentimentality will get you killed. All the tears in the world couldn't bring them back after all.
You have always
Believe me, I
viewed the world
tried.
in such stark terms. It might even be one of your strengths. But one day, you will learn that emotions and sentimentality are also a strength, not a curse.
So the dead can help the living? Interesting idea.
Can we continue this later? I think I have earned a good night's sleep.
Ingrid, wait. Will you do something for me?
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
Go visit my brother. This war shows no signs of stopping, which means you have plenty of battles ahead of you.
Go visit, go die.
And if you're so certain the dead can help the living, it couldn't hurt to offer him some flowers.
You want me to go to Glenn's? I mean, of course. But you should join me. And perhaps His Majesty as well.
And we can all be sad together.
And even Lord Rodrigue, Sylvain, Sir Gustav, everyone.
We'll make a whole function out of it.
Are you planning to host an entire banquet at his gravestone?
That was not my original intention, but now that you mention it, a festive meal might be nice. We could all use a little relaxation, and Glenn always preferred a joyous atmosphere to a somber one.
Fine, just don't die before then, okay?
Okay.
Anyway, I'm keeping you. Go get something to eat and get some rest.
You can't own me like that,
I will do
Felix.
just that.
Oh, you
Thank
mean
you,
like,
Felix.
okay, I get it. I'm keeping you. You're mine now. Let's move on. Felix Rodrigue A. We're still not done with the Felix supports. We've got very many, because we didn't do any last time. Well, we did do some last time, but they were all with Dimitri and Dedue. So we need to get through the rest of them. Excuse you.
Sit down, Felix.
No.
Can we make this quick? I'm busy.
For once,
I'm
would you
busy.
please just... No, not today. The truth is, I think it's time we sat down and talked.
Okay.
Neither of us know which day could be our last, so we should both ensure there's no lingering regret when the time comes.
Okay.
Well, this is off to a grim start.
Yeah, it is.
So, what is it you want to talk about?
I wanted to apologize for what I said about Glenn. It was ill put, and I'm sorry.
Well, all those years ago? You're
I
apologizing
should
now?
never have said such a thing in your presence.
If you're
All
going to
those
explain
years
yourself,
ago.
I suppose I can make the time to hear you out.
Thank you. Then I will not mince words.
Okay.
I too was mortified by Glenn's death. Yet he perished a hero. He chose that life for himself, and he chose that death. He fought to protect the future of Fargus and his friend, until his dying breath. As his father, I felt I had to acknowledge that choice.
And how are you so sure it was his choice? Neither of us really knows what he was thinking.
Yeah, I do. I'm his
Gorn might
father.
have an inkling, but all he goes on about is how he caused Glenn's death.
You're right. I don't know for certain. But I know what I would have done had I been there. And you, Felix? What would your choice have been? Would you have abandoned His Majesty to save yourself? Or would you have chosen to fight until death claimed you?
Don't make this about
I
me.
myself would have safeguarded His Majesty at all costs. I know that it wasn't in Glenn's nature to flee either.
It's always about courage or cowardice with you. I wouldn't have chosen anything. When your life's on the line, you don't have time to think about that stuff. Only act. I
Damn.
would have fought with
PB
my own
spitting,
will,
though.
in whatever way I thought best. And I would have made sure we both survived.
You always want to have it both ways. Still, I take pride in that determination of yours. Had I been there, I doubt I could have summoned the resolve to strive for such a victory. More likely, I would have been satisfied merely to die in the defense of my liege.
Yeah, that sucks,
I can
bro. Why
understand
would you do
way
that?
of thinking. In fact, I always have. But I still couldn't stomach Glenn's death being glorified.
And I'm sorry for that, Felix. Truly.
Aw.
It's all right. And I'm glad we talked. Also, you said we shouldn't leave regrets behind, so... I'm
Punch him in the
sorry
face.
for hitting you back then, I mean...
You already did, okay.
I'm sorry, Father.
You know, I'd almost forgotten about that. It hurt, too. More than any blow I've received in battle.
But like emotionally, not physically.
Oh, shut up. I said I was sorry. Now, if we're done here, I'm leaving.
You should have done like a little silly laugh. I really want them to cap off some like really like emotional and like serious support with something a little fun, with like some funny footsteps moments, you know? I just want them to do it once. They just have to do it once, you know? Anyway, we're already an hour in, but you know what that means? It means it's time for Felix Raphael A. They were talking about like meat last time, I don't know. I think Felix gave Raphael's meal. I don't remember anything else.
Hey, Felix!
Hey!
Quiet!
Now here's some funny footsteps.
Oops. Sorry. Didn't realize you were hunting. I'll just back off and, Whoa.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Yo.
I've never seen a boar that big. If we take it down, we'll eat like kings. Kings, I tell you!
We was.
Hang on. You don't just rush into a fight against a beast like that. You need the proper equipment.
This is a Warriors game. You can do whatever you want.
Don't worry. Petra taught me a special technique. Now lead the way, meat buddy.
Is he gonna howl?
Alright, fine. Anyway, as I was saying, if we aren't adequately prepared, we'll be the ones who end up as someone's dinner. Boars are naturally cautious beasts, but this one also appears to be wounded. If it spots us, it'll charge and send us to an early grave.
How big is that boar? Because boars can get pretty big,
Wait,
and they can get pretty dangerous.
Before?
Years ago, but yes. It managed to get away, though.
Wow. It must have been one heck of a beast if even you had trouble taking it down.
House Blathid and House Fraldarius used to go on hunting trips together. On one trip, a certain prince bagged so many animals it proved impossible to fit them all on the sled. Meanwhile, I went off hunting on my own, encountered the boar, and barely escaped with my life.
Wait, why would Dimitri want to kill you?
Oh.
Or do you mean like an actual boar?
While this may not be the same boar, I will get no small amount of satisfaction if we manage to bring it down.
Hold on. Who are we talking about here? Whatever. Let's do this thing!
I'll share the spoils with you, but the kill is mine.
Kill is mine.
Wait, but if you take it on by yourself, won't you just lose again?
What did you say?
Oh, damn.
Haven't you heard that 2 fists are better than 1? Or, I guess it'd be 4 fists are better than 2.
I'm not confident even that.
I thought they would have been hunting it by now, but I guess I'm wrong.
Suppose adding more fists to the mix never hurt anyone.
I mean, yes. That's literally what fists do. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
Spotted us. Nothing for it now. Come on, Raphael.
Aren't you guys gonna get like a spear or something?
Boar. I'll punch you so hard the chef won't even need to tenderize you.
Don't attack it head on, fool! Circle around to the rear!
Circle around to its fat ass! Nice. Okay, that was cute, I guess. Oh, no, it's not done.
Yeah!
Yeah!
I can't believe
I love his delivery.
So quickly.
Told you this was a 4-fist job!
That's what they used to call me.
I guess
4-fist job.
Maybe there's something to this whole working with friends thing after all.
Oh, I guess I learned a valuable lesson today.
You called me your friend. Took you long enough.
Cram it. We need help carrying this back.
Cram it.
Let's go find some extra hands.
Felix, wait up!
Cram it, nerd. Why don't you go back to your books, nerd? Anyway. Oh, fuck, I accidentally closed it. Shit, I'm so dumb. Oh, no. I can open it again. It's fine. I was okay. Let's watch the Felix and Annette. I forgot what I was doing and started closing windows on my PC just like I didn't need. Like, these are taking up resources. I can't have these going while I'm recording. And then I closed the fucking VLC for no reason. Very cool. Hold on. Let me make sure that you can hear the desktop. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. And let me do this. Felix Annette B.
Annette, how does that song about the dancing swamp beasties end?
Oh, that's a nice reference. That's from their C support.
It was bears. A song about dancing swamp
Never mind.
beasties wouldn't be nearly as cute.
It was supposed to be cute? Anyway, I'd never heard a song like that before, and now I can't get it out of my head.
Wait, really? Wow, I'm flattered. But it's not like I can make up the rest of it on the spot.
Dancing bears.
Or something. Get a better song stuck up in there.
Yeah, I don't know. Guess I've been interested in seeing an opera in the past, but I've never gone.
Why are we gonna see an opera in the middle of this silly war?
I don't know if they even perform opera in ᵏᶦ蔔. But the church is in ᵏᶦဍ़υς now, and they have volunteers who put on operas every now and then. I've been helping Dorothea and the others there, and it's really expanded my repertoire of songs.
What if Dorothea was dead? What would that say? Huh? I wonder if you couldn't unlock it if Dorothea wasn't alive. That would suck.
My favorite. Me, me, me.
Me, me, me.
A shimmering life burns down to ash. Then since I'm all hot and sweaty, I hop in the bath.
Shrew.
Soon I get real dizzy, which puts me in a
Damn, give her a Grammy? That's the music award, right?
So I decide to hop back in the bath again.
Nice.
Huh. You take baths when you're already hot? That's some impressive fortitude. I think I underestimated you.
Oh.
Yeah. But then you get back in the bath even though it made you dizzy. You must seriously love bathing.
Nice. See sometime?
Well, this has been fascinating. I had no idea operas could have such unexpected developments.
Operas aren't like that at all. That's just an aria I learned a long time ago, and I don't even really remember the words. It wasn't supposed to be a song about taking a bath. It was supposed to be serious.
Wait, really? That's much less interesting.
Is it, Felix? Is it much less interesting?
Look, a real opera is much better, all right? I'll take you to one sometime, and you'll see.
Like, on a date?
Hear it. I bet you'll fall head over heels in love.
Fine. Let's save it until the war.
Fine.
If it's really that good, I want to make sure I give it my full attention.
Then we're definitely going to see an opera. It's a promise.
It's a date. I mean, a promise. Haha. Teehee. Haha. This isn't showing any personal information on the desktop, is it? No, I don't think it is. I think it's fine. Probably. Here, I'm just gonna exit out of that. Okay. I could have just closed. There's multiple things I could have done. It's fine. Anyway, let's move on to the Ash supports. Oh yeah, the Ash supports. Woo! We got a lot of them on way too. I might have to take a break here in a minute. Yeah, I might have to take a break here in a minute, but I can go for a little bit longer. Let's go with Ash, Sylvain, B. Yeah, I don't think we didn't do any Ash Sylvain supports, so let's go. I don't know what the heck their support's gonna be about. Probably about being responsible? I don't know. Happiness is a warm gun. Happiness!
Eyeballing that giant stack of documents there, Ash. Let me see what you've got.
You're really ballin'.
Records of military drills, archives of city taxes. You know, if you're searching for a particular needle in this load of hay, I can help you out.
Oh, I'm not looking for anything specific. I just thought they'd be good to study.
you're going to study all this?
Yeah.
You're gonna study a bunch of random shit?
I haven't had a chance to focus on learning lately. So, I thought I could give my brain a nice workout by reading old records and archives.
By reading the most boring things in the world.
Hey, good for you taking the initiative. If it weren't for all this fighting, you and me would be living the schoolboy's dream right about now.
Right? We could be training together, taking classes on history and magic.
And when the ethereal moon comes, we'd go dancing with all the girls at the ball.
Yeah!
That's not quite what I had in mind.
Yeah, women!
So, are those records actually helping you?
Yeah. The ones on old military drills are especially interesting. It's fun just looking at them.
Just looking, huh? You might want to read a little deeper there.
What?
I mean, take this one for example. It talks about how the 3 northern houses held a joint exercise in 1166.
That's really important.
And apparently they did so in the middle of a raging blizzard. It was so bad that some of their soldiers died, but they went ahead and did it anyway.
To show unity?
Any idea
Because
why?
they were stupid?
Drills in the snow in 1166. Oh! Were they trying to prepare for a confrontation with Shrang?
Nailed it. They were training for the northern conquest they carried out a few years later. In other words, they'd already decided to try and take the north by 1166.
Wow.
So, if you look at the other drills during that time, you might be able to piece together what the late king was thinking.
Interesting. You know, another document did mention an exercise conducted in ᵏᶦ蔔.
ᵏᶦ蔔, huh?
Because they'd already predicted that Shrang forces would cross the mountains, which meant battling in harsh desert terrain.
And that's why they were forbidden from using horses during that drill.
Do horses not walk on sand well? I don't know.
How you really start to
Is that why
see the bigger
horses
picture when you
can't
dig
go
into
far in Fire
details
Emblem?
like that.
I don't know anything about horses.
And that's why keeping records is so important. Anyway, I've probably bothered you long enough.
No, wait, teach me more. I mean, if you have
Give
time.
some horses some sand shoes. You can have some.
If you really want to
sand
learn,
horseshoes?
you're better
I
off
don't know.
asking an actual professor type. I'm just, you know, Sylvain.
But it's more fun.
No, you're a great teacher, and I can always ask them things when we're in the capital, but they won't be around when we're on the march. I just want to learn more so I don't embarrass the other
I was gonna
knights.
make like a We're in April
Please?
joke, but that wasn't very funny.
No, not the puppy dog eyes. Oh, fine, I'll help.
He's
But
gonna do
don't
like the Puss in
expect too
Boots
much.
eyes. Okay. Let's see. He's gonna do like he did like the Puss in. I imagine that his eyes got like really big, like he shimmered his anime eyes at him, and he just could not resist. Okay, let's move on. Ash, Sylvain, hey. Did you expect that I would say let's go? I did too, but then I just forgot. So you're just gonna have to deal with that. Wow. Okay, I am getting tired. Damn. I'm gonna go for a little bit longer.
So,
And then
by
I'll take a break.
stationing themselves in the bog, they were
The
able
bog?
to slow the advance of the enemy horses.
The bog?
Exactly. But Lug's army was prepared in other ways too. They dug pitfalls, set up anti-cavalry palisades, and more. Laying all that groundwork is what led them to victory.
It's strange how the stories of King Lug don't go into much detail about him. But once you dig a bit, you realize he was a really talented tactician. I feel like I see him in
Wow, it's like a
whole new
Fire
light.
Emblem game. He's like
Say,
a Fire Emblem
do you
protagonist.
think we could use this strategy in an upcoming battle? I know we can't do the exact same thing, but in that geography book you recommended to me before...
Where have you been hiding this talent? You're absorbing everything I teach you like a sponge. I can see why Lug had
Photosynthesis.
such faith in you.
Oh, it's not that. You're just a really good teacher.
Even taking that to be true, you're clearly an exceptional student.
No, you're great. No,
I'm actually
you're
sort of
great.
Jealous that
No,
Dimitri
you're great.
gets a great knight like you by his side. I'd love
I'm
to
actually
find
a
some
bow
reason to
knight, not a
steal
great
you away
knight.
to my
Ba-dum.
territory after the war.
Don't joke like that, Sylvain. I serve His Majesty alone.
Ooh, shut down. But yeah, I get it. Still, are you really gonna devote your entire life to being a royal knight? To live and die in ᵏᵏᵏः?
That was my initial idea. But I had a talk with His Majesty recently that made me reconsider.
But I'll live and die in
Asked
Camulus.
if I wanted to succeed ᵏᵏᵏ and take over Castle Gaspar after the war.
Castle Gaspar, huh? That makes sense. Adopted or not, you are Lord ᵏᵏ's heir.
I doubt the townspeople will be very accepting of me after I allowed him to die. But I'm still the only one capable of taking on the job. Or at least that's how I like to think of it.
Sounds like a huge responsibility.
Maybe
alright.
they could find like
Definitely
one of
can't ask
his
you
like
to become
bastard
House
son,
Gautier
like
that
in
case.
Oblivion or something.
That land meant everything to ᵏᵏ, and I would do anything to protect it.
See, this is why I always have a couple of bastard
to
children
help other people
walking
the
around,
same way
just in
he helps
case
me.
your heirs don't work out.
And I think
Right?
I'm finally strong enough to do that now.
I should have expected as much. But hey, if that's what you want to do, I've got your back.
I got your back.
A
I'll be
little
cheering you on
education
from
can
the
be handy for a
sidelines.
knight, but castle lords need to learn everything they can get their hands on. So let me know if you ever need old Teach to
The
fill your
background just
little
like
head full of info,
had a
and
lighting
I'll
change
come
or
running.
something. It was weird.
Sheesh, listen to me. I think your serious nature is contagious.
You joke, but I think you've always been a serious person deep down. You're an intelligent man who's always got his mind on one thing or another.
Wow. Why can't people talk about me like this?
Aside from the way you acted back at the academy.
Oh, the unkindest cut. Completely accurate, but still.
The devious leak.
I'm excited to learn everything I can from you, Sylvain. I really am.
Be the most devious. The devious? Whatever. The most devious. Anyway, I can't come up with that terminology off the top of my head because I'm stupid. Anyway, let's move on. I'm gonna go look for. I'm probably gonna finish off Ash. Let's go ahead and do that. Ash, Annette, B. Oh god, he gets the Annette A support. Ew. Annette, why? She's supposed to be my wife.
Walks really are the best.
No, not Ash.
Is that Ash? I thought it was you. What are you doing out and about so early?
I haven't slept.
Morning, Annette. I've been teaching some of the townspeople how to read and write, as well as some basic math skills. We were all so into it, we didn't notice the time slipping away, and now...
I was actually correct.
Morning.
Wow.
that's
Math is so cool. You can stay up all night learning it.
When I went into town earlier, I found a merchant selling medicine at outrageous prices. But people were all snapping it up without even questioning it. Well, I couldn't just stand by and watch it happen. So I called a couple folks over to show them the math. A few more people came over, and then a few more. And before I knew it, I found myself becoming their teacher.
That is so you. But
That's
seriously,
just so
that's
Ash.
amazing. If you ever decide to break out the chalk again, I'd love to help. You can handle reading and math and stuff, and I'll teach him magic and history.
Really? That would be
And
great.
stuff. I'm good at stuff.
I enjoy studying a lot, but I don't think I'm very good at actually instructing people.
Well, they are two completely different things.
True.
Speaking of which, didn't Lord ᵏᵏ teach you your letters and numbers?
Yes, although my father showed me some basic arithmetic as well.
Arithmetic.
ᵏᵏ always used to say that study is the path to one's own morality.
I don't know what he meant by that.
Well, there's no universal rules for what's right and what's wrong, you know? So you have to find your
Ash,
own
where's
morality.
this going?
Something you can believe in and stick to, no matter what.
This better not be going anywhere weird.
He also said a person needs knowledge and education to make that happen.
I suppose knowledge does grant the power to make sound judgments. I mean, I saw everything differently once I started attending the School of Sorcery and the Officers Academy.
Most of the people here lack the means to attend such institutions, but they still contend with danger and lies on a daily basis.
Education and learning good.
I want to give them the tools to see their way clear of that. So, I guess that's why I'm teaching them. I want to meet them as an equal, not as a Knight of Fargus, but as someone who knows exactly what they're going through.
That's incredible, Ash. I think I could learn a thing or two.
Sorry, I zoned out while Ash was talking. What did he say? Annette brought me back from the dead. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm so mean to Ash. It's so funny, though. Ash, Annette, A. That's 3 A's in a row. Ash, Annette, A. Yeah, I'm starting to lose a little bit of steam here. I think I am going to take a break.
Hey, Ash, listen to this.
I haven't done this in a while where I've cut it into parts.
What's got you so excited,
I think I'm going to.
Remember Odette, the flower peddler we taught how to read and write?
No?
Well, apparently, the School of Sorcery thought she had talent, and they accepted her as a student.
Oh.
Wow, that's impressive.
Wow, good job, Odette.
The School of Sorcery isn't easy to get into.
Wait, are you making this up?
Right?
Odette sounds a lot like Annette.
I'm so glad we took the time to teach everyone.
It's strange to think that someone
How long did that take?
is going to study under those teachers. Strange, but also great.
Speaking of the teachers, there's something I need to tell you.
I hope they paid for room and board,
I
right?
had another reason for wanting to help you instruct the villagers.
Oh? What's that?
When I was
What's that?
younger, I wanted to be a teacher at the School of Sorcery.
Lame.
It didn't have to be that school necessarily.
Just kidding, Annette.
I just wanted to make a living as an instructor somewhere. And when I started teaching some of the townspeople here with you, it was so much fun.
I wish being a teacher in real life was that much fun. And not heavily politicized.
My favorite part was when someone would have that
low pay
aha moment and their face would just light up. It really made all the time I'd spent studying feel worth it.
You're a great teacher, Annette. I think it's your calling, honestly.
Does she become a teacher in her solo ending? I don't remember.
They're struggling to understand. If you ask me, you should become a full-fledged professor. I'd love to study under an instructor like you.
Oh gosh, you're making me blush.
No.
But if you really
She's
think
not.
that,
Her portrait isn't blushing. What the
go
heck?
for it.
It's lies.
But that means I need to hit the books. Oh, and probably chat with some of the teachers at the School of Sorcery.
Sorry, I didn't mean to punch the mic like that.
If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Just let me know.
No way, mister. You have your own dream to pursue.
No.
I mean, you want to become a world-renowned
No,
knight?
please stay away from me.
Well, sure. But you've helped me so much, I feel like I need to return the favor. Besides, you're a citizen of Fargus, and it's a knight's job to help the people.
I love how focused you are on that dream.
Yeah, she does have a She does get a teaching position in
the
her
greatest
solo
knight I
ending.
know.
Okay.
Okay, I'm off to borrow some books from the capital, but maybe I'll ask for your help after that.
Maybe.
Oh, and if we ever get the chance, I'd love to visit ᵏᶦှⁿ's library. If you wouldn't mind going with me, that is.
You can count on me.
Book date.
Just you watch, Ash. I'll be a real professor before you know it.
Isn't that just so cute? She wants to be a real professor. It's so adorable. Anyway, let's move on. Ash, Yuri. Hey! I don't know what's gonna go on this one. I don't remember. I think Ash scolded him because he was hanging out with some, like, hooligans, right?
Split up and search, boys! Don't let him get away!
Don't let him get away!
They really are a persistent pack of scoundrels.
Persistent pack of peons.
Someone shot me!
Thanks for saying that out loud.
Over here.
Hey, got shot!
I think we're good. They won't chase us this far. Looks like I was just in time. Are you hurt?
So long as my face is fine, the rest of me doesn't matter. That's the real moneymaker, you know. And I appreciate the save, by the way.
You never change. Anyway, care to tell me why those thugs were after you?
No! Support over.
Oh, just a little disagreement among businessmen. Happens all the time.
This is exactly
Haven't
why
got to
I
press
said
that
you
in a
had
while.
to find a different way to make money.
If you're going to lecture me, I'd prefer the arrow you gave my friend back there. Also, if you disagree with my methods, why save me in the first place?
Because I'm just that good of a
Left
guy.
me to reap the consequences of my actions and add one less villain in the world.
I'm not lecturing you because I think you're a villain. I've no right to call you evil anyway. I just don't want to see you endanger yourself.
Sometimes the only way to get anything done is by putting yourself in harm's way.
True?
Or I suppose you wouldn't. What with your being an upstanding knight and all now.
Trust me, I know. I can't forget the past no matter how hard I try.
He stole like bread when he was 8, by the way.
I
This
still
was
think
what
you're
he's talking
doing is
about.
wrong.
Because he was really hungry.
Not only are you hurting other people, you're disregarding your own well-being.
I chose this life of my own accord, and I take pride in what I do. If I get hurt in the process, that's just part of the deal. And if I'm caught and the townspeople hurl stones and fruit as I march to my execution, I'll still die with a smile on my face because...
Okay, enough! This is the reason why I can't keep letting you do this!
Because it's silly, I guess.
You want
I
to
don't know.
protect the people important to you, right? Well, I want to make sure you don't end up dead and covered in rotting fruit!
I didn't mention it be rotting.
So if
Did he
you
mention it be
still
rotting? I don't know.
insist on being a reckless fool, I'm going to protect you anyway!
Even though it means siding with a filthy villain?
I'm not about to help you commit crimes. And if it looks like you're going to hurt someone, I'll do everything in my power to stop you. I just want to save my friend, okay?
No.
I truly don't get you sometimes. Also, can't believe I'm going to fall for a cornball line like that.
Did you say something, Yuri?
He's gonna fall for it? Oh.
Nothing. Forget it.
Not you because gay, but you because Ash. Anyway, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, but as for a preview, when I come back in 2 seconds, you're gonna watch the Sylvain A support with Ches. Isn't that great? See you in 2 seconds. And I'm back. So let's get started, or continue on, I guess. It's getting started for me, basically, but it's been a day. It's been a day. Those 2 seconds were a day. Wow, you slept for a while there, bro. Anyway, let's continue on. Shez Sylvain A. Let's go. I said let's go again. To be fair, I haven't said it in 24 hours, so. Not 20. It hasn't been 24 hours. Come on. Here you go.
Today's training was rough. Guess I need to start working even harder if I want to keep up.
You know, it's incredible just how into all this you are. But I do feel kind of bad for you.
Because you aren't getting made love to by me right now.
It's my own fault for not being up to snuff.
Oh, he's not
Just
gonna
you
say
watch,
that.
Sylvain. I'm gonna stand head and shoulders above everyone else in the next battle.
That's not what I mean. I feel bad that we roped you into this war. The only reason any of
I'm
us
getting
are
paid.
fighting is to keep our homes from being destroyed. If we fail, we'll lose everything. Our houses, our families, the places we grew up. But you don't have that kind of personal stake in this thing. You can live wherever the wind takes you.
True. I am a bit of a nomad.
Isn't there anywhere you call home, though?
Well, sorta. I grew up in a remote village off in the mountains, so that's probably the closest thing. But it's hard to...
What territory did they say it was in? I don't remember. Wasn't it Ordelia territory, I think? Maybe?
Honestly, I doubt I'll ever understand what it means to have a home like all of you do.
Oh.
So what? Are you just in this for the money, then?
Yeah. Confirm his suspicions.
If I'm getting paid for a job, then I'll do whatever it takes to see it through to the end. And of course, I want to keep my friends safe too.
Yeah.
A very you answer if I've ever heard one. Not that that's a bad thing.
Really, I think this is the closest thing to a home I've ever had. Because I've got all of you here.
Okay, Shuz, we can turn off the sappiness now.
Are you sure? This place doesn't make for quality living, trust me. I mean, it's cold, it's desolate, and there's nowhere to go to have any fun. Plus, we've constantly got enemies like Srang soldiers coming at us from every angle.
Well, I can't deny
it's just kind of fun for me.
But it's still important to you anyway, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And it's our job to make it a place where everyone can live in peace.
Right. Who knows what'll happen after the war. But for now, I'm with you guys every step of the way.
I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, and about those plans for the fire orb I showed you?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Would
Yeah,
you mind
totally.
helping me with a little experiment later? The thing hardly had any punch to it when I tested it.
Sure. Sounds like it's a long way off still, huh?
I guess
hey,
they don't have fire orbs? I don't know. Were they making a new
new
fire orb? I don't know.
If they could help.
No rush, Sylvain. I'm sure you'll finish it one of these days. I've spent enough time with you to know. You can do anything when you put your mind to it.
Nice. Yeah, I'm sure he can too, I think. Who are we talking about again? Sylvain? Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, let's move on. Let's stop shitting on Sylvain and start shitting on Sylvain, I guess. Which, Sylvain Mercedes B, I believe is the next one? Yes. That looks to be correct. If I miss any, then oh well. I'm pretty sure I got everything. I even triple checked, so.
Thank you for joining me on this moonlit stroll, my dear lady.
Thank you for the invitation. I've always been fond of such nighttime wanderings.
Because I want to see a ghost.
The moon and stars are lovely. And there are also certain flowers that bloom only at night.
It's not true. Is that true? I don't know. Seems like a lie.
Count on you to know something like that. You'll have to point me in the direction of those flowers sometime.
Yes, well, what did you want to talk about?
Well, I heard you were getting engaged, and I was just wondering how you felt.
Whoa.
Goodness, someone is well informed.
Wait, what? Is this new Mercedes lore?
He is a noble from ᵏᶦ蔔territory. It's only natural word would find its way to me. Are you going to accept? I mean, I don't think he's a bad guy or anything, but...
No, it's a fair question. However, as my adoptive father backs the proposal, I doubt I have much say in the matter.
Oh, damn. I didn't know about this new Mercedes lore.
I'd likely refuse. There's still so much I want to do and experience in this world. Still, I doubt there's much hope of the parties involved relenting.
Why not just turn him down like you do all the other guys?
I've refused so many proposals that my adoptive father has run out of patience. And as he's already initiated the marriage discussions, it would be difficult to back out now.
That lowlife
Yeah, that would
doesn't
be
care
difficult to
about your
back out, I
feelings at
guess.
all.
I don't know.
He just cares about that crest of yours.
We don't choose our bloodline, just like flowers don't choose where they bloom.
I mean, crest.
If being married means I will never know want, then I've no right to complain, even if it is not my preferred outcome. You're much the same, yes? People like us have to try to bloom as best we can.
I never really thought of myself as a flower, but I get
Sorry, I
what
had to
you're
deal with
saying.
something for a second. I didn't want to pause.
Flowers are stuck in the same spot.
What are they
for
talking about?
life,
Flowers?
whether they like it or
Okay.
not. And if they happen to sprout in a bad area, they're out of luck. But
Yeah,
we
you
have
just got a bad
legs,
spawn
not
point.
Roots. We can go wherever we want.
Sorry, I only understand
We
things
don't
in
have to
gamer
give up on our
analogies.
dreams, so long as we're clever about it.
I see. And what is your clever solution in this case?
Well, if your only goal is to end negotiations with this guy, I could ask you to marry me instead.
Shut the heck up! Ew, ew!
I'm
And then
not
she
sure
vomits
I
on the
follow.
floor.
You would marry me, so I don't have to marry someone else?
Yeah,
To
we've
be
already I think
perfectly
they've
clear,
used this plot several
I'm not
times.
making advances on you.
In supports, I'm going to be honest.
But I'm the heir of House Gautier. If I ask you, this other guy will have no choice but to bow out. Though I doubt he'd be happy about it. After that, you can do whatever you want. Go work at a church, or ladle out soup, or whatever makes you happy. I won't stop you.
But that would prevent you from marrying the person you love.
Felix? Nah, gay marriage is illegal.
It's just an idea. You've got lots of options available to you.
You really do know the ways of the world, Sylvain. I've always admired that about you.
The honor of receiving such a compliment from you lifts my feet from the ground. But seriously, let me know if you need any help. I'm always here for you.
Yeah. Hint, hint, I guess. Nah, his heart belongs to Felix, I guess. It's funny. Anyway, that's again, the most flirty support, like, by far, has been, like, Sylvain x Felix. Like, a little bit with the Ashrix Yuri one, but, like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I guess the Three Houses devs are just going for fan service at this point. Or writers. I don't know if the same writers are on this game. They might be the same. They're probably the same. It feels like they're the same writers. It doesn't feel like a Jurassic tone shift or anything. Anyway, let's go. Sylvain x Ingrid A. I bet Ingrid is going to talk about their childhood? Let's do some predictions. And by predictions, I mean...
What's the matter, Ingrid?
stating the
You
obvious.
sound exhausted.
Oh, it is just that my father's work never ends. Writing battle reports, explaining our Pegasus maintenance costs. There's always something that needs doing.
Pegasus maintenance costs.
I'm impressed that you, Felix...
Yeah, they probably are pretty.
managed
They probably
to
are pretty
stay on
maintenance
top
heavy.
of
I don't
it
know
all.
how much horses cost, and like, I don't know how much like a
Sure
warhorse
you're
would
okay,
cost.
Ingrid?
But
It
to, like,
isn't
maintain.
like you to be so worried.
No idea.
Perhaps I'm simply not suited for desk work. Ugh, I sound pathetic.
That's
Well,
right,
my
bro.
cue to pitch in and help out by treating a lovely lady to a fine meal.
I thought you'd sworn off such flirtatious nonsense.
Can't you just accept a generous offer for once instead of immediately disparaging the giver?
Maybe you're right. In that case, I accept.
Wait, what?
I reached a good stopping point anyway, so I may as well eat on your coin.
Nice. Uh-oh, Ingrid bankrupt me because she's a glutton.
It has
That's her
been
character
some
trait.
time since I've eaten this much. I've been so busy lately, my meals have consisted of whatever quick snack I can scrounge up in the moment.
The moment.
Well, that makes the incredibly hefty bill worth it. Also, it's been a while since I've been able to watch you eat. I think I kind of missed it.
And what is that supposed to mean?
That's what it sounded
Sorry,
like.
that came out all wrong.
Yeah, that was weird.
What I meant to say was that it's a relief to finally see you enjoy a decent meal. I mean, we're basically family, you know? And I'm sure Felix and Dimitri would feel the same way.
Basically. Ew, that's weird. Don't talk
Is
about
that
that.
so?
Don't talk about how
We were
inbred you
talking
guys all
earlier.
are.
You said something about how a person can't cling to the past forever. Well, I think that's why it makes us so happy when we realize some things never change.
Some things never change, huh? Hold on. That means you were still gawking at me as I ate.
Gawk moment.
Yeah, but can you blame me? You are a fascinating eater. I mean, you're normally really serious, but when you eat, it's like your entire face lights up.
Do you even hear yourself? Yes, well, speaking of things that never change, I thought of an even more important one.
What's that?
Our
The fact that we're
friendship.
still friends. Yep.
The way we're there for each
Damn,
other through
friend
thick and
zone.
thin. Even if our relationship changes, we will always hold each other dear.
Okay, that line is way too cheesy. Who taught you to say that? What rogues have you been hanging out with?
Rogues, huh?
Stop complaining and come with me. I want to buy some treats for everyone.
On your time.
Follow you to the ends of the earth, my lady.
I should use that line. And then Sylvain, run! Okay. I think that's it. Yep, that's all the Sylvain support. No, do we have to do the Yuri supports as well? Am I dumb? Did I already do those? I already did those. Okay. I'm not done. Okay. Moving on, Mercedes. The only Mercedes supports we have left are the Ingrid supports. We do have the Yuritsa support, but I will be watching that on the Black Eagles route. On the Black Eagles video. There's already too many supports here as it is. Okay. Mercedes Ingrid B.
Ugh, goodness, but that is heavy.
Goodness!
Could you grab the feet over there?
Oof! Did she say oof? Yeah, she did.
Yes, of course. Give me one moment, please.
Right, I gotta come up with a better
Push
setup
yourself if you're
before I don't
tired.
smack my
I
mic
can
every
do
time I
it.
try to reach over there.
Well, we managed to finish. I'm so sorry for leaving the bulk of the work to you.
Do not worry about it. You are always helping me with so many other things. Besides which, I am used to taking care of horses. It barely even feels like work anymore.
I suppose House Galatea is famous for its Pegasus nights.
Yes, though they are costly to care for, so we don't keep many. When I was a child,
Only
I often helped
200.
my older brothers tend to both our
I guess that's not that
Pegasi
many.
and our horses.
I forgot that you have brothers.
Yes, my eldest brother acts as our father's advisor, while the other serves a different family as a knight.
You must have been very close. It's wonderful.
Yeah. I suppose, though we hardly ever played together, the age gap was just too great. My eldest brother in particular was incredibly strict with me. Whenever I would try to go horseback riding through the hills, he would say,
You're stinky.
"How dare you do something so dangerous? What if something happened to you?"
Oh, that sounds like to do.
What's worse, my father agreed with him. It kept me from getting out on too many adventures as a child. Thinking back on it, I understand their concern. I was the only one in the family to bear a crest, after all.
Crest moment.
I'm not so certain your crest was a reason for their concern. I think they were worried simply because they love you.
No.
You're the youngest, yes?
No.
It's only natural for them to want to keep you safe.
No, they explicitly said it was
Well,
because
it
of my
is true
crest.
we had a mostly good relationship, but I don't know if I'd go that far.
I'm not so sure. They would have treasured you all the same, even if you didn't bear a crest. Even now, I can't help but want to fuss over my little brother, so I know what it means to be an older sibling.
I hear you, but I still don't see the need to be quite so overprotective.
You protest, but I can tell you enjoyed their show of affection. In fact...
Mercedes.
Mercedes? What are you doing?
I'm ruffling your hair, since your brothers aren't around to do it.
Oh, I thought she was like stripping or something.
That is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard.
Come, we should get back to work.
Whatever you say.
Okay, let's move on to Mercedes Ingrid A. Because we haven't read that one. That's the only one. How many Mercedes supports have we watched this time? I don't think there's that many with her. I think, well, she has a couple on the other routes. That's kind of why. Yeah, I guess we watched most of them. I guess I missed a couple of them earlier, right? There's not that many, yeah. Yeah, she has the Caspar supports.
If you fall, pick yourself
and then the Lysithea supports, and then the, of course, the
wait for you to regain your footing.
Yes, Lady Ingrid.
Yes, Lady Ingrid.
We've been at this for a while now. Let's take a break.
Hello, all. You seem to be doing fine work with your training today.
Fine
I
work.
brought snacks, so please eat up and restore your energy.
Thank you, Lady Mercedes. I'll go tell the others at once.
That would be wonderful. Oh, and I baked plenty, so there's no need to rush. Dig in, Ingrid. We must remember to treat ourselves once in a while, after all.
Thank you.
Oh, these are delicious.
Yo.
I should have expected no less from you.
Did that other person just walk away?
I have been struggling every day for a way to show these girls my appreciation, yet have come up with nothing.
Oh, because they're Pegasus Knights.
Waltz
Okay, I
in
was like,
here and
girls?
pull it off in one fell swoop. Just look how happy you've made them.
Cookie moment.
You give me too much credit. Children love anyone who brings them sweets.
Child?
Still, they are nothing more than bundles of nerves around me. I'm sure they'd feel at ease if only I was as kind and considerate as you.
Oh, I think you're much more important to them than I. All I do is bring snacks on occasion. You take the time to train them every day without fail. I know the only reason you're so strict is so they're ready for what awaits them on the battlefield.
Yeah, so these child soldiers
Your
don't
lessons are their
piss on
own
themselves
form
and
of
cry.
kindness. I'm certain they recognize that.
You have more confidence than I do.
Then let me ask you a question. Do you hate your older brothers?
What? No, how could I? I mean, naturally, there were times where I resented how hard they were on me, but it was never hate. They were simply looking out for me. I'm proud to call them my brothers.
You see? There are many ways to be kind and considerate.
True?
I think I understand what you're driving at now.
There's no need to force yourself to be someone you're not. Just be yourself.
Mercedes,
You're already
awful
one of the
advice.
kindest people I know.
Shut up.
But I'm terrible at encouraging people the way you do.
I don't think that's true. But if it really concerns you, you could try acting more like me.
Bitch, that is Cap.
Say, that's actually not a bad idea. In that case, let me dish out the same treatment you gave me the other day. Prepare yourself, Mercedes. It's time for me to show my affection.
Wow. Uh-oh.
Goodness, where could this possibly be going?
Training time? Uh-oh. What? Were you just cutting off there? What happened? Ew. I don't even want to think about it. Anyway, time for another Ingrid support. With... No. We need to move on to... Yes, yeah. Okay, no, that's correct. Next up, Annette Ingrid B. 4 Ingrid supports in a row, damn. There's still a lot of Annette supports left. There's gonna be 4 Annette supports in a row as well. Eating it up.
It's
eating
fine.
it up.
Fine.
Eating
Everything's
it
fine
out.
here. Just gonna grab it and run right back out.
Holy shit, she's gonna steal the diamond.
Good evening, Annette. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
Wait, she used a contraction. What the fuck?
It's just you. Sorry about that. Guess I'm a little jumpy right now.
No, don't trust her. She used a
Worry,
contraction.
it's fine.
Just keep dubbing it.
But
Never
if I
mind.
may, what are you doing out here so late at night?
Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. I
I
don't
forgot
know.
my book in the mess hall and came back to grab it.
What a coincidence. I was also headed to the mess hall to look for something.
Oh, yay! Then we can go together. Seriously, I'd feel so much better if you were with me.
Oh,
Not
yay!
entirely sure why that's the case, but okay.
Oh gosh, it's so dark.
It's so dark. Wasn't it darker where you were?
What was that? I think it came from the grass over there.
Probably just another night owl. I wonder if it's... Annette, stop! You're going to run into that pile of...
Shit!
Ow!
Horse maneuver!
These crates here!
Crates. Oh, Annette.
Well, that was quite the ordeal, but we finally made it. Thanks, Ingrid.
I'm glad nobody got hurt, aside from you and those crates. But if I may, Annette, are you afraid of the dark?
Oh, I love that show!
Yeah, actually. I've been afraid of it my whole life. I give anything not to be, but I just can't seem to shake it. What about you, Ingrid? Aren't you scared?
I'd like to see Annette shake.
A ghost could pop out of anywhere and ghost you.
The dark does not really bother me, no. And as I have never seen a ghost, I'm not afraid of them.
As you know, if you see a ghost, you're afraid of it forever.
I mean,
That's their special ability.
Just imagine some icky dead person rising from the earth and coming at you with big, chattery teeth.
Certainly, we had such stories back home in Galatea. My brothers loved to tell them when I was a child. But if they were true, we would not be able to walk to breakfast without bumping into a horde of the dead.
Fire Emblem, 3
I
zombies.
suppose that's true. But it's still hard to get the idea out of my head.
I personally think it would be wonderful if the dead became ghosts and we could see them again. But when people die, that's it. We can't see or speak to them ever again.
Oh.
Yeah. When someone dies, they're gone forever.
True. True.
But that's all the more reason to treasure what little time we get, right?
Agreed.
It is something that happens.
We have only one life to live after all.
In that case, I'm gonna walk back all by myself.
Are you sure? We went through quite the struggle just to make it here.
If I want to conquer my fears, I'd better do it while I'm alive. The dark is still pretty terrifying, but I'm gonna push through it.
And then she sprints off as fast as
I could
possible.
learn a thing or two.
Does she have the feathers of Dromion?
We only live once.
Wolo. Nice reference, Ingrid. Okay. Let's move on. Annette Lorenz B is up next, I think. What did they talk about? Oh yeah, he made fun of Annette when they were at their sorcery school. He was like, "Get this child away from me! Get this child away from me!"
Ah, Annette, good day to you.
Hey, Lawrence. Did you need something?
Yes, there is something I simply had to tell you.
Please don't say you want to ask me out.
Damn.
Perish the thought. I merely wanted to praise you for your diligence, as it has clearly been paying off.
Thanks, I guess. What's all this about?
I have borne witness to your magnificent exploits, both on and off the battlefield. Such achievements could only be possible through tireless effort. That kind of brilliance is impressive, no matter if you're a noble or a common lass of the lowest birth.
The lowest birth.
Is something the matter? You look like a pigeon that's just been struck in the face with wind magic.
How do you know what that looks
It
like?
just came out of the blue is all. I wasn't really expecting you to compliment me.
But I am wounded. Is receiving a compliment from me truly so shocking?
Yes!
I merely wanted to express my heartfelt admiration, not least of all because of the misunderstanding which has long stood between us. I thought it best to speak my mind before fate's fickle hand separates us yet again.
Why do you have to talk like that?
You are so odd sometimes.
Sometimes?
And now you laugh at me. Might I inquire as to why? I see nothing odd about praising a dear colleague.
Dear colleague, colleague zoned.
I'm sorry. It just hit me that you're actually totally sincere about all this.
Had that not been apparent? How could I be anything less than sincere in my desire to mend our previously strained relationship?
Well, I'm glad you appreciate all of my efforts, Lawrence. I really am.
No.
Because when you called me a child back then, it felt like you were dismissing all the hard work it took to make it into the School of Sorcery.
Don't call me a child.
I think some
What is
part
this,
of
a
me has
Lysithea
wanted to
support?
win your approval ever since. So it feels great to finally have it happen. You're a better judge of character than I gave you credit for, Lawrence.
He is?
Naturally. It is a noble, sacred duty to stand above others and correctly evaluate their worth, after all.
Sacred.
Well then, as something of a noble myself, I guess I could stand to learn more about that from you.
Noble
That
moment.
would be splendid! Well then, from one noble to another, perhaps you might join me for a meal so we might discuss issues of...
Let's not. I wouldn't want to spoil my newfound appreciation for you.
Damn.
Is that so?
Rejected.
How unfortunate. Perhaps some other...
Whoa, look at the time. I better get going. I need to do something with all this extra motivation.
A support denied.
Well, no matter. I need only follow her example and work tirelessly
Lorenz,
toward
don't do
my
that.
goal.
That's a bad idea. That is
For I,
awful advice.
Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, must aspire to nothing less.
That is called harassment, Lawrence. Please don't do that. Okay. Next up, we're gonna do the Annette constant support, starting with the B support. Let's go. I wonder if one support is going to be with the sad constants, and one is going to be with the happy constants. I don't know if the different constants are specifically called the dark constants and the light constants.
You were brilliant in the previous battle, Annette.
Does she do the oh ho 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 laughs in Japanese?
It's an honor to be complimented by one of the School
I don't remember what that
legendary
laugh is
alumni.
called.
I'm legendary now, am I?
Legendary
Well,
moment.
I can't say I disagree.
I thought she said hell for a second. Hell, I can't
So
disagree.
many stories about you, though I don't know how true any of them are. Like, there's one where you turned a bunch of bossy noble kids into horses, apparently.
Oh yes, I remember that spell. I titled it Wherefore Winnies. I was so overjoyed at having
Wherefore
completed it that I began using it
Winnies.
everywhere, and thus a tiny misunderstanding was born.
I also heard you were smart enough to argue magical theory with the teachers and win.
More like argumentative enough.
Arguing is such a gauche way to put it.
Gauche.
But these stories
Bush.
offer only a glimpse into who I am. Such trifling incidents are hardly worthy of the word legendary.
Yeah, but it sounds like at least some of them actually happened, right? I never dreamed I'd be fighting beside as big a legend as you. It honestly makes me kind of nervous.
No need for such
Constance
modesty.
is a legend?
After all, you yourself are among the most talented women in all the kingdom.
Hold on.
Oh gosh, that's high praise. Did a teacher say it, maybe?
No, I merely happened to read that book you wrote during your time there.
She wrote a book? What?
Book? Oh, but no. I mean, I'm not even sure I'd call that a book, so... Really,
Book moment?
it's more like a collection of memos on how to bake Mercy's treats.
Making magical morsels.
Making magical morsels.
That book spoke to my very soul. The thought of using magic to simplify complicated cooking tasks was nothing short of revolutionary.
Making Mercy's
Okay,
morsels.
but how
That's
did you
gonna be
get
the
your
Three
hands
Houses
on it?
cookbook.
It was supposed to be private.
Oh my god.
I mean,
really?
I did give a teacher permission to present one of the spells, but...
Combining ice and wind magic to make the outside soft while the inside stays crunchy. Oh, remarkable! It created a radical new movement of desserts that were softer, sweeter, and more divine than any which had come before.
Magically created food is a pretty good idea,
If you aren't
though.
proud of that, you can't be proud of anything. Though it is unfortunate the treats cannot be made without the use of the school's facilities.
Well, it's not that I'm not proud, but it's also not like I wrote it all by myself either. I mean, sure, the magic was me, but Mercy is the one who taught me how to bake in the first place.
Mercy.
Ah, Mercedes. I am well aware that her little delicacies are the finest in all Fodlan.
Like those ones with pockets of sweetened butter mixed into the dough? I would kill for one of those right now.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one. Is it a new creation? I must ask her to make it for me. Ahem. In any case, I look forward to getting to know you better, Annette. I anticipate many lively theoretical discussions ahead.
Theoretical discussions? What about, do you mean discussions of theory? Because that's different, because like theoretical discussions are discussions that are theoretical. But whatever, it doesn't matter. No! God! I fat fingered it. I accidentally pressed the button twice. Hold on. Now we've got to wait like 10 seconds for the fucking support to load and then immediately should skip it immediately. Anyway, let's move on. Annette Constance A. I bet she's gonna talk to the sad Constance now. Dark Constance. It's dark, Constance.
Are you free at the moment,
Oh,
Annette?
never mind.
I was wondering if you might help me with something.
I sure am. What's up?
Well, I wish to conduct an experiment outside today, though naturally I'm a touch hesitant about it.
Okay.
Because your mood changes outside, right?
Exactly. And though I'm deeply reluctant to experience that, one cannot make an omelet without throwing a few eggs against the wall.
So we'll get to see Dark Constance.
Well, I think you're a genius regardless, so I'm happy to help. No time like the present, right? Let's do this.
Oh, please stop pulling me along. I haven't even told you what the experiment is yet.
What are we talking about? Oh. And then it has to load for 10 more
dear.
seconds. Never mind.
Oh dear. Are you certain you want to do this, Annette? I sincerely doubt any magic built upon my crude ideas could ever work.
Oh, it'll be fine. Let's get started.
Let's
Well,
find
if
out.
you insist, I suppose we must begin this foolish experiment.
Hey, I forgot to ask. What is the experiment anyway?
Oh, just a completely useless spell meant to gather cats from the surrounding area.
Pussy magnet.
Oh gosh, cute! What are you waiting for? Let's get started!
And then they're gonna, like, pull in some wild cats or something.
The spell seemed to go off all right, but nothing happened.
I knew it. I'm an utter failure. My research papers should be gathered up and used to wipe mud from the hooves of swine.
Damn.
Perhaps
Not
this
even
is
horses?
Fate's way of telling me magic is beyond my comprehension, and I was a fool to ever try.
Look, moping about it won't help anything. So let's both take a deep breath and figure out what went wrong.
Wouldn't it be better to do this at night? Whatever.
I've got an idea. If we take the flower catalyst and use wind magic to spread the fragrance...
That's how magic works.
Oh look, it attracts insects. Quick, grab that cockroach before it scurries away. It's
I
clearly
like that,
a finer sorceress than I.
Little insect sound effect they did.
Ew, gross! But yeah, that didn't work at all. Maybe if we use this mineral instead?
Yeah, just grab a rock off the ground.
goodness. The reflective light has attracted the attention of birds.
And they're really mad for some reason. Run, Constance!
Oh, they're gonna bombard us with shit! Gonna have to load for 10 more seconds. Cool. Really? Yeah, I guess it's loading an entirely new area. You couldn't have loaded it while the darkness was happening? Whatever, it's
I
fine.
intended that to be a brief exercise, but it proved to be quite the ordeal.
Sorry that all my tinkering just made things worse. But hey, I did notice one thing. When those insects and birds showed up, there sure were a lot of them.
True. Each attempt did seem to attract a single type of creature in unnaturally vast numbers. Does that indicate that the spell can indeed effectively summon a swarm of one specific species?
It would certainly explain why the flower attracted so many bugs. Ugh. And why the light of the mineral called down such a huge flock of birds.
Why, this is a magnificent discovery.
Can you do this with women?
I feel we're on the cusp of breaking new ground.
Can I do this with big titty goth girls?
It didn't go as planned, but I guess this turned out to be a pretty big success, huh?
There's no time to waste, Annette. We must investigate the cause of this phenomenon at once.
Yeah, I bet you'll create something revolutionary.
Yeah. Okay, that was cute, I guess. Definitely like a C tier support, but that was cute. I would describe that as cute. Anyway, we're coming up at the end here, but next up we have to do another Ingrid support with ᵏᶦ蔔, I believe. Yes, let's start. ᵏᶦ蔔.
Hey, Ingrid. Not too often I see you wandering in town like this.
Oh, I was just out for a walk. What about you? Are you here to do some shopping?
Yeah. Dedu asked me to pick up some ingredients for dinner.
Yeah.
Well, if it is food shopping you're after, then your best bet would be the boulevard past the river.
What are you so flustered for? You're not hiding something, are you?
I don't remember what the C and B support were about, I'm gonna be honest.
No, not at all. It's nothing really. I'm just surprised how much you can find here.
Tell me the
It's a
truth
far
now.
cry from the struggling little towns dotting the rest of the kingdom, that's for sure.
Yes, ᵏᶦ益is one of the regions that's found itself facing particularly hard times lately. A beautiful town like this, filled with happy people, hardly feels like it's part of the same kingdom as the blighted, barren lands I call
Blighted,
home.
barren lands.
The
She lives in
street lined
Blighttown.
end to end with blacksmiths is an especially magnificent sight. Not to mention all the wonderful smells wafting from the food stalls. Sorry, I lost myself for a moment there. In any case, it's great to see just how prosperous this town has become.
Agree with her. Invite her to the food stalls.
Hey,
I'll do that.
You want to go take a peek at some of those stalls with me? We can grab a bite and keep walking if you want. I saw some mouth-watering meat skewers when I passed by earlier.
Mouth-watering
And this
meat
time of year's got the
moment.
best fruit and fish.
Truly? I'd love to try some. Though it would not be proper for me to be engaging in such revelry as the future Count ᵏᶦ益.
Hey, speaking of, have you figured out what you want to do yet?
Hey, yeah, we're referencing the past support that you don't
no.
remember. Very cool.
In fact, part of the reason I came into town today was to do some further searching. It's my dream in life to stand as a knight by His Majesty's side, just as my late fiancé once did. And even if I do not become a knight like he was, there must be a way I
you
can
certainly
protect
have a lot
His
more
Majesty
time.
in a similar fashion. Perhaps I could teach the people of my house the ways of farming and travel the kingdom cultivating land for those who need it most.
That's an idea. Definitely an unusual job for a count, but it'll be welcome for sure. And if you manage to help the kingdom prosper while you did it, people would grow more and more satisfied with the royal family's rule.
Yeah!
That's certainly one way to protect the king.
Encourage her father. Encourage her father. Ask if you can pitch in.
If that's the
No, I'm not
path
gonna
you
do that.
choose for yourself, I'll do whatever I can to support
Oh, never mind.
you.
I did it anyway.
That's what friends do, after all.
In that case, what would you think of cooperating with me once I inherit my family's title?
Yeah.
Just as Tobias did for my grandmother.
Don't tell me. You'd ask me to fetch you meat skewers every day to save you the trip into town?
What?
Oh yeah, there was
never.
something about Tobias. Yeah, and the grandmother. I don't remember
It was just
the
a
details.
joke, don't worry. But I seriously do want to help. I believe in you, Ingrid.
Okay. Very cool. Believed in. Get believed in, Ingrid. I bet you didn't believe in yourself. Ew, gross, disgusting. Don't do that. Anyway, let's move on. I think, do we have any more Rodrigue supports? No. Okay. I believe Rodrigue is all done. I think I did all the show supports with him. Where would that be? Yes, I did them all of them. Okay, we're good. Next up, we want to go ahead and do Seteth supports. Let's finish off all the Seteth supports. So that would be Shez A would be up first. We've watched Shez C already. Coming up on the
Hey,
end here.
Seteth. What are you staring off into space for?
Oh, it is you. I was just reflecting
It
on
is
the
me.
monastery.
That's right, it is me. I have a name,
Yeah,
silly.
it's that way, isn't it? In the mountains.
You can't say it because,
so close.
It's illegal.
Yet still beyond our reach.
Can't say I ever learned much about it when I was there, but I know it's important to the church.
Yes.
Can't say I paid attention to
Serves
anything
as the
while I was there.
headquarters of our order. Many saints have been laid to rest there as well. As a sacred ground, ᵏᶦှích Monastery is irreplaceable. It is also a place that Flayn and I hold dear to our hearts.
So, your sister feels that way too?
Due to our circumstances, Flayn and I traveled around Fodlan as nomads for a very long time.
Wow, and then you rose to the, like,
When we
second
accepted
position,
the
most powerful
Archbishop's
position in the
gracious
world.
invitation, I thought we had finally found our safe haven. That it would be taken from us so easily is almost too much to bear.
Well, that's all the more reason to take it back then. I'll do whatever I can to make that happen. Oh, I mean, while staying away from the Archbishop, of course.
You must forgive me for saying what I did back then. My position required I do so. I do not personally believe, however, that any evil resides within you. Whatever the true nature of your power, I trust you wield it.
Well,
with
not
righteousness.
anymore. Avel's gone, so... They were pretty evil. Nah, they weren't that evil. They were just kind of neutral. Chaotic neutral, I guess. Do you really, though? Thanks!
So you finally trust me? I'm sure glad to hear that.
Wow, thanks, bro.
Indeed. I am truly grateful to have you as an ally.
And support over.
I know I have no right to say this after regarding you with such suspicion, but we need you. I pray you will continue to lend us your strength, not only for the church, but for the future of Fodlan itself.
You can count on me, Seteth.
Yeah, okay. Well, at least that one was short, I guess. That was okay. Anyway, let's move on to Seteth Yuri A. I believe they were talking something... Yuri was asking about saints, because he was curious about where his crest came from, I think. I think that's what it was.
I really thought that was it for me. I can't believe I fell for that trap behind enemy lines.
God forbid they actually show this.
It was certainly an uncharacteristic blunder. However, you have returned safely.
I'm gonna call... Every time I make a mistake, I'm gonna call it an uncharacteristic blunder.
I can hardly believe it. part of me keeps wondering if I'm really still alive. I've had my share of brushes with death, but that was definitely the second worst.
Oh? What was the first?
Let's relive your traumatic memories.
Swept through my village when I was really young. We didn't have access to a doctor, or the money to pay one.
Ah, the plague that ravaged ᵏᶦ蔔. At the time, the entire kingdom was struggling mightily to contain it, or so I have heard. Its foul clutches claimed even the Queen of ᵏᶦ蔔herself. It is incredible that you survived without the aid of a physician.
You're telling me?
A physician.
Honestly, if that old man hadn't saved me, I wouldn't be standing here now.
This old man you speak of, was he a doctor?
No, at least I don't think he was. Just some feeble old stranger my mother came across. He could barely even walk on his own. So we took him in and made sure he was cared for. Then I caught the plague. And of course, there was nothing my mother could do about that.
Plague
That's when
moment.
The old man saved me. I have no idea what kind of treatment or medicine he used to do it.
Is that so? And where is this elderly gentleman now?
Probably fucking dead. He was pretty old.
He passed away a long time ago. I told you. This was back when I was a kid.
I see. Then it is as I thought. Your story reminded me of something, actually. One of the 10 elites was originally afflicted with a terminal disease. After receiving their crest, this individual made a full recovery.
New lore. Was it Timotheos?
So the story goes.
I don't
Perhaps
know.
it is more
Is
fitting
it
to
Timotheos
call
or
it
Noah
a
that he
fairy
has?
tale.
Timotheos, right?
I'm not sure I completely follow. Are you saying that old man saved my life by giving me the power of a crest?
I am simply saying the possibility exists. Alas, I cannot know for certain.
Who was that old man?
Hold up. It does actually kind of make sense when I think about it. But if that's true, it would mean that old man was an apostle of the goddess or something. Which means I might live to be ridiculously old, just like the 10 elites, right?
Regrettably, that elderly gentleman has left this world, so none can
Regrettably.
confirm nor deny that. However, what is certain is that he saved your life. You should treat it with care, whether on the battlefield or elsewhere.
Yeah, be careful. That's...
After all,
King,
we have but one life to live.
Man, they say that a lot, huh?
You're right. Thanks for the advice. I still have plenty of things I have to do before my time is up.
You would do well to head back and get some rest. My apologies for keeping you.
Yeah. A lot of the supports are like, be careful! No. I really mean it!
The blood that flowed through you. But in the end, it saved that child's life.
Oh. He knows who it is.
It brings me great relief to know that you found
Oban.
salvation in your last moment.
Oh yeah, it's the Crest of Alban, okay.
Oban, my friend.
Oban. Oh shit.
Be at peace.
He knows. Holy crap, it was. We actually get Yuri lore on how he got that crest. Damn. That's pretty cool. Anyway, let's continue on with ᵏᶦ蔔. This is Flane's only A support. Wow. Get wrecked, Flane. Beating it up.
So
Did I watch all the Flane supports?
No, not under any
Yeah,
circumstances.
It is not up for debate. This is for your own good, Flame.
Hey.
Get
you
owned,
okay,
Flame.
Why the long
It's for your own good.
My brother has seen fit to forbid me from going out entirely.
Damn.
That doesn't sound unusual for him. But as long as he doesn't know, what's the harm, right?
You actually put that ankle monitor on me?
Truly is concerned for my safety. Perhaps...
It does seem like the church has enemies all over the place these days. So I don't know. I think I get where he's coming from.
Don't double back.
As you know, my brother and I have lived in remote and secluded places for a very long time. All we had was each other. Then we went to ᵏᶦှఢ and suddenly we were surrounded by all these people. I had hoped to make many friends and listen to their countless tales of all the places I hadn't been. But before I got to really know the people at the Officers' Academy...
Everything went all topsy-turvy, and the Academy had to shut down.
Topsy-turvy, huh?
Do you remember when we went into town together to look at the latest fashions? That was so much fun. I was looking forward to going shopping together again, but... perhaps I should just let the whole thing go.
Yeah. Support over.
Fine.
Don't give up. That's probably for the best.
Don't give up so easily. We're just talking about a little outing here.
Even that would prove tremendously difficult for me. With the church thrown into such chaos, my brother is in a near constant state of agitation.
Near constant.
I must not trouble him further by making him worry about me as well.
I don't think Constance is that agitated.
You're very kind to your brother,
She's
Flynn.
more like a depressive.
Just remember, it won't
Manic
always
depressive.
be like this.
You think so?
Absolutely. Wars can't last forever, right? When this war ends and peace returns to Fodlan, taking a shopping trip will be no big deal.
Yeah.
If that is so, then would you be willing to go into town with me again when that day comes?
Of course. I'd be happy to keep you company. Or were you keeping me company? I forgot.
I guess we were keeping each other company, huh?
With that to look forward to, it should be no trouble to summon a little patience. It is times like this I am grateful you're not a man.
Damn.
What? Oh, you mean because of ᵏᶦှఢ?
Yes. I'm not sure my brother will permit me to go anywhere with a man, even when the war is over.
Damn. Controlled.
He'll never get to know any men if he doesn't. Are you okay with that?
No, but if I do it anyway and he finds out, I'm sure it would be, as I've said, utterly disastrous.
Disaster.
Offer to help her.
Well then, I'll just have to help you sneak out, won't I?
Yeah. Girls' night.
Oh my. Would you really do that? I should have known you would be so bold.
Well, bolded. Anyway, how about some bonus supports? Because I just realized I didn't actually write these down, but I do need to do them. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the ᵏᶦှSS supports now. I know I didn't do them on... I didn't technically get the A support on this route, but I'm just gonna do them right now. I'm just gonna do ᵏᶦှSS supports and we're gonna end it there. I'm not gonna do the ᵏᶦှSS supports. I did actually write those down. I just didn't write ᵏᶦှSS down. And I realized that it throws my calculations off. So we're gonna do 36 supports, actually. I hope you can hold on to your britches.
You ready for this?
No. Come at me. No hesitation. You actually managed to dodge that.
Wow.
Not sure dodge is the word I'd use. I just let my power loose without even thinking. Guess I'm still no match for you.
Fucking teleport him.
Give yourself a little credit. It took everything I had to keep up. If you could avoid an attack like that, then you're easily on par with me.
Wow.
But you barely even used your power. You know, the one that throws off your enemy's perception or whatever. I wouldn't have stood a chance if you hit me with that.
So you've noticed it.
How could I not? We fought about 1,000,000 times by now. Your power's not exactly visible, so it's definitely tougher to catch on to than mine. But I've experienced your kind of beatdown firsthand, so I'm painfully aware of the damage you can inflict.
Sorry about
Painfully.
that. I couldn't afford to pull any punches back then.
It's fine. Water under the bridge. So, have you had your power for long? Where'd you learn it? I was kind of wondering if I could pick it up myself.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just get
I only
some
became
Eldritch
aware of it
powers.
when I was fighting hard against you. But I don't think it's something a person can learn. Even I barely understand how it works.
Has he been talking to
Gotcha.
ᵏᶦ蔔at all anymore?
Sounds like we're in the same boat then.
Yes, just two strange people with even stranger powers. And I'm not only talking about your sword.
Yep, just too strange, just two fucking weirdos.
Do you ever feel like there's some sort of mysterious presence within you?
Oh,
It's just that sometimes it's hard to tell what you're thinking. Like you get distracted by something from time
Holy
to time.
shit, this is the only person who's actually noticed.
Almost like you're talking to someone else inside your head.
Feign ignorance, returning the question.
are you asking because that's what happens to you?
No, it was just something I noticed.
Damn.
I simply thought I'd ask.
Not relatable.
If you say so.
Okay, that was pretty short, honestly. But I bet the next one will be pretty long. So this is actually, if you do not get this B support before before he gets attacked, before Shez goes sicko mode, it's more like psycho mode, I guess. Before Arvel takes over, then you cannot get the A support. It's unfortunately locked behind that. But yeah, we're just gonna watch the other one. We're gonna close it out with some protagonist supports. Whoa, protagonist.
I want to apologize again. I'm really sorry.
Let me bow to you.
I can't believe I tried to kill you.
It's alright. I know that wasn't really you.
Still, the one who did it was a part of me. Literally. You asked me about this before. About some mysterious presence within me.
That's right.
Well, sorry I couldn't give you a
It's
straight
weird that
answer
Arvel
back
never
then.
shows up during any of these supports. I'm
Arvel
gonna
told
be
me
honest.
not to tell anyone. That's the name of the presence that was inside my head, by the way.
Yeah, that's not weird at all.
The one that took control of my body and tried to kill you. Or maybe it was someone else entirely. The one that called himself Epimenides.
Nuts.
Arval and Epimenides, I wonder what manner of beings they are.
Beats me. And it's not like I can just go and ask them now. Honestly, I kinda wish I'd talked to Arval more now that I can't.
That's how these things work, sadly. When you're ready to talk, the person you want to talk to is no longer there.
There's still so much I don't know. Remember how I got trapped
That actually
inside that void
is
with
the opposite for
Dimitri
you,
and
because
the
now you're
others
talking a
after our
bunch.
fight?
And Gerald's still here.
That's when Arval used the name Epimenides,
Nuts.
and then tried to kill us.
Are Arval and Epimenides the same being?
Did she mention Dimitri? Yeah, okay. So she probably, if I changed it about, it would probably would have been Claude or Edelgard.
I'd like to think they're different, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Epimenides is just Arval's true identity.
I don't know, he was using a silly voice.
I don't know if they were just using me, or if they had some other goal in mind. All I've got are a bunch of mysteries that I'll probably never solve.
I did notice one thing.
What's that?
It was when we were fighting and you were being manipulated. It seemed like Arval was trying to keep your body from getting hurt. They could have fought more recklessly. I don't see why it would have made a difference to them. They were making sure you weren't harmed.
Aw. Arval.
Seriously, Arval was protecting me?
It's just a feeling I got. But yes, I think that could have been the case.
I think this is just cope, but whatever.
I guess Arval's the only one who knows the truth. Or as the Saros folks say, only the goddess knows, right? But hey,
You know those Saros
thanks for
folks?
telling me that.
I'm gonna refer to Christians
me
as like
feel better.
those Jesus folks.
I've got no choice now but to keep moving forward. Live out the destiny the two of us once shared. Funny, I came here to apologize, but you ended up cheering me up instead. I'll catch you later, okay?
Catch you later, bro.
Only
Didn't even
the
wait for
goddess knows.
for him to say goodbye.
Well, the goddess may have been the one telling you that.
Don't flatter yourself, weirdo. Okay, well, that, I think, is going to be it for the Azure Gleam supports and also the Azure Gleam route. It was good. I did the end of game talk at the end of the last episode, but just to go over it, I think the Edelgard stuff is a little weird. That's the main problem with the stories. Like taking away agency from Edelgard is like kind of weird and takes away a lot from the villain aspect of the story. But it didn't matter. They had to channel some Kaga energy somehow. They had to contain him somehow. He's locked up at the bottom of intelligence systems, in the dungeon of intelligence systems, and they have to contain his power somehow, or else he'll get out and wreak havoc upon the world. Anyway, that is going to be it for this time. Thank you so much for watching. See ya!